Big shout to okjersey.com. Scan the QR code below and actually go to the link below to get affordable football shirts from all the European leagues, including the English clubs, all of them, Liverpool, Arsenal, United, City, Spurs, Chelsea, all of them, of course, are all there. You can get the current ones, past seasons, and also some absolute gems out there, vintage ones, and actually very affordable football shirts, high quality, like the one I'm wearing right here. It is very simple to get one. Let me show you how. You go to the website. It's very simple. You click on the Premier League, pick the club you want. For me, I pick Newcastle, for example. You go there, you will find all the current ones, training ones as well. You add whatever you want to the cart. Of course, check the sizes, add a patch, add to cart, but also never forget, as it says below, scan the QR code and put the code JUDGE in the checkout to get 8% discount. It's that easy. Just go to the website, check the football shirt you want. You will not regret it. Now, let's get back to our stream. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge. Welcome to your...
Wrong code, Mo.
Yeah. Yes,
Wrong
yes.
Code.
Oh,
Code
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Guys, if you want to get something, the winter of clothes are out, of course, your shirt, all the stuff like this, of course. Me and Osam did it on MHF. MHF 15 is the code to use below to get 15% discount. Not only 8%, it's 15% discount. There's a lot of windbreakers for all the clubs actually in all over the world, in Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, Liga, everywhere actually. It's actually fantastic stuff like the one I'm wearing here for Inter. And it's very affordable actually. You don't have to pay the £200 or £150 and all the stuff. So go and check them out. The QR code is right below. Or you actually can go to the website, okjersey.com. Hit that like button, guys. If you guys are here, subscribe to the channel. If you guys also are here. Paul Scholes, if Arsenal win this league, this could be the worst team to ever win the Premier League. That's what he said, actually. That's what he said. Man United, Patrick Dorgo will be out for 10 weeks after the hamstring injury. The superstar. This is the news. But listen, hit the like button, people. 3 teams, Chelsea, Man United and Liverpool. One is going to miss on the Champions League, of course. Manchester United school Arsenal. Kobe Mainoo is a generational talent. Of course, is Bukayo Saka now definitely a generational talent. Kobe Mainoo at his age.
Stop it.
Do you want to go there? Do you want to start there?
We can. I don't know. What, it's a waste of time, honestly.
Why didn't... Okay. Why didn't Declan Rice run more than Kobe Mainoo in the Man United game?
Yes, so that makes him a generational talent.
That's-
Good job, Mo. Good job. He ran more than Declan Rice, guys. Generational talent. There was one game, by the way, where Suchek covered like 17 or 18 kilometers in a game. It was more than Declan Rice. Guys,
But it's
Suchek
not
is a
only
generational talent.
اتكلم باسلوب احسن من كده. ابو ثلاثة اتكلم باسلوب احسن من كده.
Don't give me that crap. We beat you at your
Wow.
gap. Like, my
Abu
God, how
Talata?
gassed are you guys?
ابو
How
ثلاثة.
gassed are you guys for winning a game? Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Abu
Have your
Talata.
little moment. It's fine. Because the end of the season, your moment won't be there. But anyways, generational talent.
Wow.
He ran more than Declan Rice.
سيبوا عايش شوية.
Even Staff,
Winning, by the way.
knows it's a stupid argument, but he doesn't want to say it.
Don't
What's
put
the
words in my
stupid
mouth. And you argue with Mo. Argue with Mo, and then I'll give
Yeah.
my
Because you know what I'm saying is right. That's why.
No, I don't. I don't know what you're saying is right. Argue with Mo.
You think Kobe
He asked you
Mainoo
a
is a
question. Just
generational
reply
talent?
to the question. That's all.
He didn't ask a question. He made a statement. He said
No, he asked
ran
a
more than
question. He
Declan
said,
Rice.
"Why did Mainoo run more than Rice?"
But
By the way,
that
am I
was- that was
lagging
not-
or is it Ashraf?
No, it's good. No,
Yeah, it
none of
must
you
be
are
me.
like.
Neither of you are lagging.
Oh, because Ashraf keeps lagging for me.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
But I hear him.
Okay.
He just keeps lagging like his picture is lagging. But anyways,
okay, blood.
yeah, Mo asked your question. It wasn't me, bro. Don't bring me into this.
What was this question?
He asked you why Mainoo covered more distance than Rice in that game.
But that was not our conversation. Our conversation was, is Kobe Mainoo a generational talent? So if he'd asked that question, it's a irrelevant question. By the way, some guys are saying I am visually lagging. So let me just fix it.
Yeah, he's lagging for me. But I hear
A
you. I
little.
mean,
Lagging for me.
it's
Okay,
just your
fine.
camera. I think keeps lagging. But I hear you fine.
Visually lag. Fix the screen, please. What does that mean, fix the screen? But anyway, I want to actually not start with, I don't want to start with Arsenal. I want to start with Man United, Liverpool, and Chelsea. Who you guys think is going to miss out on the top five?
Chelsea.
What are we gonna say about Chelsea?
Or
Who's
Man
going to
United.
miss out on the top five?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Because if Liverpool continue like this, well, Man United are actually, I know a lot of people are getting giddy after the one win, Man United, but come on now. We're not going to sit here and actually say that Man United are back
No, but
and
that's
all
not
this
what
stuff.
we're doing, though, Mo. Are we? That's not what
No,
we're
some
doing.
people are. I know you aren't. Some people are, but I know
So-
that you aren't.
So let me tell you why this conversation has been frustrating me the past few days. I sit here and I say, I think if we sack the manager, we can do X, Y, Z. Obviously, 2 games is not a big enough sample size. Khalas, like all 4 of us here are intelligent enough to know that if you want to make a sample size out of something, you just wait a little bit longer. So I'm not
Hey.
taking too. I'm just that's the only thing I have right now. You know, that's why I have to talk about it. But obviously, I want to wait a little bit more. But if I sit here and I say, if you give me these tools, I'm gonna do that. And then when you finally give it to me, 10 minutes into the job, I'm doing a good job. You can't say, oh, you're only doing it now because you actually got the tools that you wanted. What I've been telling you before it, once you give me these tools, I can actually do it. Now you just got to wait a little bit more so I can keep proving it to you. You know what I'm saying? That's the case with Carrick. Now, I'm not saying I was an advocate of Carrick. I like Carrick, but I didn't think we get him as a replacement. I just thought mainly the minute Ruben Amorim leaves, some of these players are going to look better. And when we use the 4-3-3, we're going to look better. And that's the case so far. So when people say you're getting giddy off 2 wins, I was doing it before we got the 2 wins. I actually did it after the Burnley game when we didn't win. And people wanted to ignore the underlying metrics. When we had 30 shots that game and we had an XG of almost like 4. And we lost because of an own goal. Sorry, we drew because of an own goal. People didn't want to have this conversation. So I don't think most United fans are just having this conversation based on 2 wins. We've been having this conversation from before, you know, and now we're finally seeing some of the things we'll be talking about.
So what's frustrating you then?
That people just want to pretend that we've only had this conversation because we won these 2 games. That's what I just said. Like, we've been talking about this from before it. So no one can come to me as an example, and I represent a lot of people when I say this, and they can't say, oh, you're only getting giddy because of 2 wins. No, I did think this was going to happen the minute Ruben Amorim leaves. I'm actually more angry that he didn't get sacked after Grimsby as an example. Because imagine he got sacked after Grimsby. You can make a very strong case that we would have collected more points. The Everton game where we lost to 10 men at home, the West Ham game where we drew, the Wolves away game when we couldn't win and he put on like 2 attackers in the whole fucking game, the Bournemouth game, the Leeds game. These are a bunch of games that we blame mainly the coaching rather than the players. So for a lot of us, we actually knew our team better, but people didn't want to believe us. Obviously, I'll be honest, like I didn't think we were going to beat City and Arsenal back to back. So if I'm claiming that, I'd be lying to you. I did think we were going to put in good performances. I was hoping that we win at least one of them. It was mainly the City one that I thought we could win. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I told you we're going to get 6 points. No, I didn't think we get 6 points. But the performances, I'm not surprised. Some of the players are looking better. I'm not surprised. Some players actually playing good football compared to what was happening under Ruben Amorim. I'm not surprised.
Can I ask you something for real, Staffy? And I know it's not related to Man United, but it's kind of related to your wins. Why the reaction to Man United winning against Manchester City? And just put in mind, this is my context of both games. Man United won against Manchester City, and I thought you were much better than them. And you were better than Arsenal, but also at the same time, Arsenal made mistakes like the pass back, you know what I mean? Why the reaction to you winning against Man City is, yeah, Man City are bad, but the reaction to Manchester United, which now Carrick had more chances on the training ground, is that Arsenal are crap and Man United are better than them, and Man United are just gonna, and Arsenal are gonna lose the league because of the game. Why do you think that happened? Because this is very, when you won against Man City, people said, yeah, Man United, a new manager bounce, Man United, the adrenaline rush in their ground, blah, blah, blah. And then when you win against Arsenal, and I'm not talking about us YouTubers, I'm talking about the pundits. They're like, this is why Arsenal will not win the league. Man United winning it. Why do you think that? It's the same team, Man United, same players, same manager.
So what you're saying is, so just to make sure I understood your question, you're saying after the Arsenal win, we're more saying, oh, but Arsenal are not good. But when we beat City, it was more of, oh, United are good, not City are bad. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
So I think a lot of the Arsenal talk is not just United fans. I think it's most of the league. Most teams and most rivals have been waiting for a defeat like this because they've been making cases that Arsenal are just the best out of a bad bunch this year. They're not good from open play. They don't generate a lot of XG outside of set pieces. They don't have central progression. Their front line is overrated. Saka's overrated. These are some of the conversations that were being had. So the minute they finally lost the game, which I think they lost in a convincing manner as well, because I think most of us can agree United deserved to win, so it wasn't a fluke. People were like, see, I've been telling you so. City, I think most people accepted that they were in a transition year anyways. As much as we respect Pep, as much as we respect some of their talent, I think at some point, and to be fair, I think most of their fans have been humble as well. I think like listening to some of the shows that you guys do or shows outside of here, most City fans have accepted that this is a transitional year. And most of them didn't even think they should be in a title race. So the difference between the talk between both towns, basically, which is the City camp and the Arsenal camp, are completely different, which is also rightfully so, because I think Arsenal are a more mature team right now than City. And I think they were favorites to go ahead and win the league. I mean, I had them favorites over City to win the league this year, obviously after Liverpool fell off. But as I said, when it comes to Arsenal more specifically, a lot of rivals have been waiting for this. And I think it's rightfully so. I mean, some of the stats bro, that we've been talking about over the last couple of days.
Why is that? Yeah. Can you elaborate?
I'm getting to it.
Yeah,
some of the stats that we've been talking about around this Arsenal team, it is pretty shocking, bro. Look at the numbers when it comes to the G&A for their front line that they've been reading over the last 2 days. Saka no goals in the last 13 games. Trossard 1 goal, no comps in the last 11 games. What's his name? Gyökeres, no open play goals in about 11 to 13 games, something like that. Madueke, no goals in the Premier League for a whole year now. Some of these numbers, bro, are absolutely disgusting when you talk about a team that is going to win the league. Was I with you? I think I was with you, Mo, 2 weeks ago. I think we did a show or something. I can't remember when. Or it might have been Hassan, one of you guys. And I hope it was one of you guys so I can remember when I said this.
We do a lot of shows.
I said the one thing, maybe it wasn't you guys, but I'll say it again anyways.
Go ahead.
I said the only thing about this Arsenal team that I look at and I'm like, I get it. They'll probably win the league. But if I had one doubt as an Arsenal fan, this would be, is that they don't have any outstanding attackers. And I said it about 3 weeks ago. Usually when you look at teams that win the league,
I've been saying this for a year.
So here's the thing, because you can
The
spread out
problem
your
is
goals.
Saka's supposed to be that outstanding attacker, but he hasn't.
He's
I've,
not.
I've been
And-
saying this for a year. Arsenal need a Harry Kane,
You're
an
missing the point.
Mbappe, a Kun
Saka
Aguero.
hasn't-
Mo, that's what I was getting to. Like,
Yeah, but he
let me
hasn't
finish my
been-
point.
They
So
have
one
him,
Sam, let
but
me
he
finish my
hasn't
point so I don't
played
forget my
that.
train of thought. Just
He
one
hasn't
second.
played.
So
Go
it's
ahead,
like
go
you've looked at teams. When I look at Premier League winners, this is what usually associate them with. Usually Premier League winning teams, they have a very good goalkeeper. And you'll look back in history, you'll see Ederson, Alisson, Peter Cech, Van der Sar, these type of goalkeepers. So you always see Courtois, these type of goalkeepers. That's number one. Number two, you usually associate them with a good backline. Liverpool, you see Van Dijk, whoever he partnered. City, they still had company. They had Diaz a couple years after. United, they had their defenders. Chelsea had their defenders. So that's tick number two. The third thing for me is that if you don't have a team that spreads out the goals, like we seen City do that 1 year after Aguero left before they signed Haaland, they usually, if you don't spread out the goals from the front line, you usually have one outstanding attacker. Mohamed Salah last season, correct me Hassam if I'm wrong, I think he had 44 GNA in the league. Outstanding. City, outside of the couple years, that 1 year where Haaland went crazy, they still had that 1 year where they spread out the goals between them. Even the first title for Liverpool, where they had Salah, Mane, Firmino. No one in this Arsenal front
All
line
three
to
were
me.
outstanding.
But can I correct
Yeah,
you,
but no
Staffy?
one is
Can I correct
outstanding
the
for this Arsenal
information?
team.
Can I correct the information? In the four-peat of Manchester City, back-to-back 2021 and 21-22, they didn't have a 20-goal player in the team.
No, but I said they spread out the goals in the front line. If you
And
go
that- and that
read
is what
the
Arsenal-
goals, Mo,
I
swear.
am. I'm gonna read
before
it.
you read it, before you read it, I swear one of those years they had five players who scored 15 or more.
No,
Something like that, or 10 or more.
Ilkay Gundogan 13, and from that point on, it's 10, 9, 9, 9,
Which year is
7,
that?
6,
Which year is that?
21.
21.
That's the year after Aguero left, no? Or
Okay,
was
and then
Aguero
the
there?
year, and then the
No,
year
Aguero was
after
there.
they had, and then the
Aguero
year
was there.
after they had a Kevin De Bruyne 15 goals. And by the way, that year, Kevin De Bruyne only had 8 assists. The whole season, Kevin De Bruyne had 8 assists. It wasn't like Kevin De Bruyne was spraying it left and right.
No, but it's
and
okay
it
if you
was
have
like-
multiple attackers that have
And
10
by the
and
way,
plus.
Kevin
That's
De
still
Bruyne
fine.
had 15 goals, and 4 of them came in one game against Wolves, if I'm not wrong. Before that, he had 11. And that
Raheem
game was
Oh,
Sterling
towards the
had
end of the season.
13, Riyad Mahrez had 11. But here is where I back Staffy on this. I don't see Arsenal have 2-3 players getting 10 plus goals. As it
Exactly my point. It's
stands
not
now,
spread out in the front
we
line.
have 6 how many games we played? 23, so we have 15 games left. I'm not sure that I will see 3 Arsenal players hit the 10 goal mark, because currently as it stands there's only 1 player, I think 3 players on 5 if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, only one. Only
No, three-
Yonkers is on
No, no.
5.
Three-
Trossard
three
and
players,
Gyökeres.
three-
Trossard and Gyökeres.
3 players if I'm not mistaken. My
it's-
but,
Who named it for
however,
you?
so okay,
It's just on 5.
Trossard
I'm
and
interested.
Gyökeres.
okay, but I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you
he's on
guys
five.
something.
Oh, so it is? Okay.
But the fact that Arsenal, okay, to counter what we are saying, guys, there's over 600 people here. Can we get the likes up a little bit? We're really not on 100 likes, which hurts the stream, guys. Hit that like button. But what counters this is, despite all of this, Arsenal have a healthy lead on top of the table with 15 games to go. Healthy. Having played the toughest part in the first half of the season. I know they lost to Man United, but they won away at Man United. They're going to host Newcastle, right? They're going to host Newcastle. They actually played the teams away. They played Sunderland away from home. They already did. So there must be something going right. Because if all the underlying numbers that you're saying stuff is correct, Arsenal shouldn't be top of the league. And don't give me the energy that because City are bad, City are only 4 points behind them.
No, but Mo, I've been honest with it. I said they're the most consistent team, and that's why they're gonna win the league. I've been saying this. So just because we beat them, I'm not gonna change my energy. I still think they're gonna win the
No,
league.
thank you. Someone is honest.
But your question, remember your question was, why are people seeing this? I'm giving you the justification to why people are saying it. It doesn't
but
necessarily have to be my
why
opinion.
Arsenal? Okay, so the question. So okay. I know that you answered it from Man United perspective as well, but for Arsenal as well, why people say today that City will win the league despite City getting schooled against Man United as well?
I don't know, Mo. Some people have agendas. And some people might believe it if they put a good reason why they think they could do it. Listen, do I think is there a chance for someone to overturn this Arsenal team this season? I do think it's possible, because I think right now they're hitting a patch where they're creating a little bit of inconsistency. And don't forget, towards March, that's when things get a little bit more difficult, and that's when they get a little bit more consumed with the latter stages of the Champions League. So this is not even the toughest stage. Is there a possibility? I'm not saying Arsenal are going to walk this. I'm saying they're the most consistent from what I've seen, and I'm still going to have them winning the league based on what I've seen so far. The evidence says after 23 games, they have been the most consistent out of an inconsistent bunch. However, I can't completely rule out that anyone could do anything. I'll be honest with you, bro.
100%.
I'll be honest.
By the way, for you, man, that's saying no one is saying this, I'm gonna let Sam actually. I'm gonna exactly. I'm gonna let all the panel answer this. A lot of people actually literally are saying that they think the Arsenal will bottle it. Now, a lot of people.
Arsenal fans themselves are saying this, bro.
And let me just. I'm gonna do these super chats.
I hate on YouTube is when people act like you're saying something that no one in the planet is saying. There's a lot of people saying this shit, bro. We've got to accept it. Many people now believe that Arsenal are not gonna win the league, and it's okay. It's the thought process.
Let me do these super chats.
Like this Man United win, you know, first of all, fuck Arsenal, because this is like the one game I desperately needed them to win because I want to get Champions League football. But unfortunately, they cannot even beat fucking Man United, who are shit anyway. And you look at it from Arsenal's perspective. You know, it's like I'm in a place where I understand why you blame Arteta, and I also understand why you blame the players. And I'm just mad at them for not winning the one game that I desperately needed them to win. But you know, the problem for me is there's a lot of Arsenal players that are not pulling their weight right now on the football pitch.
But before you go to the players, because I want to speak about Ødegaard, I want to speak about Saka, I want to speak about all of these people.
Yes.
Congrats to United for winning the Champions League. Let's not forget that Mo and Staffy called Meno better than Wharton as well. Yeah, Kobe Meno for me.
You can't say oh my God. Stop saying congrats on the Champions League when you're an Arsenal fan. Stop saying that. You're embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. It's like making fun of someone who gets rejected at a club when you're a virgin. You can't do that. You have never gotten laid in your life. Don't talk about it. You're embarrassing. Holy shit.
Kika, I like Man United winning against Arsenal is a big thing. Man United winning against Man City is a big thing. I'm going to quote one of the people that was on Saeed TV with Staffy. When people asked her, like, why do you celebrate him? Like, he said, I quote, we have been in hell, so let me celebrate these 2 wins against the teams that are top of the table. So
yeah, bro, we beat the first and second place team, and people don't want us to celebrate.
Want Man United fans to celebrate. That's kind of us.
Like, bro, if I can't celebrate those 2 wins, what am I going to celebrate? Like, what is there for me to celebrate?
Guys, Man United finished 15th, lost Europa League to Spurs, kept Amorim, and were playing shit football, and they were losing games. So let them celebrate.
Celebration police, bro. Come on.
Big up Mo, the most passionate content creator in the game. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for this. I'm not. There is a lot of people that are way more passionate than me. But I appreciate you so much, my man.
I know Ashraf is quiet as we're shitting on his club.
We're gonna come to Ashraf, but I'm gonna Ashraf, Gabby, Jesus.
You've never waited a day in your life.
I don't know what is this.
Subhanallah, all of a sudden.
Ashraf,
let me just do these 2 super chats because one of them is related. One of them is related to what Staffy said. Ashraf, Gabby, Jesus' girlfriend. How are you doing? I don't know what that is.
One second, T-Wiz. Let me ask your mom how I'm doing. Hey, you okay? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, your mom says I'm fine. She's doing a good job down there.
That's straight out of Sam's book right there. That's stuff I've done before.
I love when people talk shit, man, bro. I love it. Talk shit, man. All this censored YouTube shit. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it.
I don't give a shit. I've never once given a shit.
You said all of that, and we are still top. Clearly, you don't need a maverick forward to win the league. Just because you prefer it, it doesn't mean it's true. Okay. But that's what we are saying. But the reality is, I think if Arsenal win the league this season, a lot of credit has to go to Mikel Arteta, by the way. And I mean a lot of credit. For him to create that structure with Eucharist being his forward and the wingers are not actually performing, it's actually ridiculous.
Did you see Joker's clearance at the end? What a beauty.
So, Kika, and I'm going to tell you something.
Momo, did you see the video of the United fans celebrating when Yukers was coming on?
No.
Yeah. No,
There was you know the watch parties that they do in different countries or whatever. I don't know what country it was, and Yukers was coming on. So it's the camera, the camera showing the fans sitting on the seats or whatever. So the minute the screen showed Yukers was coming on, wallahi, they all got up and celebrated and started clapping like you would think they scored a goal. They were just celebrating that Yukers is coming on.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna try to find it and send it to you.
There's no way that's.
By the way, we
Wallahi,
discussed we discussed this, guys. We discussed this. We discussed this, my man Kika, about Arsenal and the top and everything. Yeah, it's fine. I guess you will do it. I guess you. But I still think that against Man United, and I'm gonna say this. You guys see what Cunha did, right? Pick up the ball, run, shoot from 25 yards, give it a shot. Arsenal players normally don't do these things. Man United try them. And I know it's easier to take a risk when you're a Man United player because of where the team is at. But I think that Arsenal needs someone to try something out of the box. This is what this is a response to what we were talking about, me and Staffy, about the media says. Mo, even I'm an Arsenal fan, judge my team harsher than City, which is true, which is, you absolutely do this. Sam judge Liverpool harsher. By the way, I absolutely cuss Inter sometimes, and people come at me and say, but you're top of the league. Why are you cussing Inter? Because I'm an Inter supporter. Why would I care what the media say? I'm going to tell you why you care about the media say, Sean. Because we watch the media, Sean. And the reality is, it's hypocritical. It's so hypocritical when people analyze different teams. Man City are 15th in form, guys, in 2026. 15th in form. 15th in form.
Mo, share my screen when you can. After this,
let me finish this. We have had enough time and money spent, so it is worrying to see Carrick school us like this. And Man City spent a lot of money, and still Man United schooled them with Carrick having less time.
But right, this team has been more together than the City team, we'll be honest.
Yes. But I think City have actually players that are mavericks, enigmas, and I don't think the Arsenal do, to be honest, which is Sam was speaking about the players, and we're going to talk about the players. Right? Staffy, I don't need to win the Champions League to call you out, guys. You laughed at us for years for celebrating wins, and now you don't like the same energy back.
First of all, it's not me, because I don't know who you are. So please stop talking like you know me. That's number one. Number two, yes, I can tell you that because you don't know what it is you don't know what it feels like to win a Champions League. If Hassam says it, he knows what it is. If Mo says it, he knows what it is. You don't know it. So you can't tell me how a feeling is when you've never experienced it. So please, enough. Stop embarrassing yourself. Thank you for the super chat, though.
Attack recently has been poor and deserved criticism. Mikel Arteta could make changes that instantly improve us. However, attacking issues are not exclusive to us. It's a trend across the league at the moment, not a coincidence. Is that true? That's a very good super chat from Mike. Is that true, guys? Is the league suffering from a weak... By the way, Man City even don't score a lot of goals, actually. Is that something across the league?
What,
I don't have that
the
issue,
weak
bro.
attack, you mean?
The attack problems. Especially from teams that play against low blocks. Is that a problem?
100%. After game week 22, if you compare the... Because I did this analysis last time. If you compare the last 6 seasons, so from the 2021 season, after game week 22, this was the lowest in terms of number of teams that had 40-plus goals. Only Arsenal and City had 40-plus goals after game week 22. Every other season before this, up until the last 6 seasons, had at least 4 teams that had 40-plus goals by this stage. And some of them had 50-plus goals. Some of them had 60-plus goals. Actually, 60-plus was one team only, an anomaly. And most times, 6 teams had 40-plus goals. So this is the weakest the league has ever been. The average after 22 games was like 30.15 goals scored, which is the lowest it's been in 6 years.
Really?
I mean, at least you admitted it, that the league is weak.
Yeah. Second lowest.
It's not weak.
Lowest. The lowest
Stuffy,
was 29.8.
again, we're not... Stuffy, the league is not weak. I think the league is much harder than before.
Yeah, the league is stronger than last season. It's not weaker.
It might
it's
be
weaker because the better teams are not as good as they used to be.
It might, Stuffy, you might say about the quality of entertaining is less, but the league, the football itself, I believe that the last season and this season, it's very hard to win football matches. My evidence is very simple. Man United last season finished 15th and Spurs 17th because it was very hard. You make one mistake and you lost the game. This season as well is the same. You make one mistake now and you lost the game. The game is done.
Wait.
I
want to
can
ask,
easily-
when you guys say
I can
the league
easily
is
debunk
weak
some of
or
these
strong.
points.
So just one thing, when you guys are saying the league is stronger or weaker, do you mean like more competitive, less competitive, or
Not
I
competitive.
think it's more
I mean,
competitive
it's
because the
harder to
top
win.
teams are weaker, bro.
No,
That's what I think.
believe it's not competitive. I believe. Okay, listen, let me just put it. This is my statement. It's much harder to win football matches in the Premier League now than before because the bottom teams, when they play the top teams, they are way more structured defensively off the ball that is very hard to score on them and create chances.
Meshimo,
Very
why
hard.
you say that?
And-
It took
and
like
that's a
17,
fact as well.
18 games for Wolves to finally get a win. So the worst relegated side in history is going to be from this season. That's number one. Number two, I'm saying it's mainly because the top teams are weaker than they used to be. I don't think the bottom teams or the middle pack is actually that strong. They're okay. But I think everyone at the top got significantly weaker. Like we're dropping points left and right to the dumbest shit.
We have discussed this plenty of times, actually, especially on this channel about.
And this is why we probably need to agree to disagree on that. I view it
Maybe we need
different.
to agree, disagree. I'm gonna do the rest of the super chat, but I want to go to the players actually. Good morning from Canada. Big up, Michael. Good morning from Canada. United. I don't know how it's snow in Canada is fucking crazy. Actually, it's
it is. Big up,
it's
Michael.
fucking crazy. You have seen pictures, Michael. New Jersey is the same. Staffy sent me a picture. And I'm like, I couldn't.
I
believe
sent him a
this shit.
picture of my car. It was like on
I
the
couldn't
snow.
fucking believe this shit. Staffy have a
I have a Jeep. And-
I have a Jeep. The snow is by the hood, bro. By the hood. And I'm like, what the fuck? How is that by the hood, bro? Like, it's crazy. It's actually nuts. Like, to be honest with you. By the way, T is going to a war with Ashraf. Ashraf, you better watch your back. Ashraf, I will fund you.
I
your
mean, I
crown.
can turn and watch my back, but then your mom won't be able to hold on. So yeah.
Damn!
You're saying, Ashraf, I'll find you. Good. I hope you find me because then you can pick your mom up. I'm not gonna drop her. I'm paying for her Uber. So, yeah,
No,
find
والله,
me.
this is
أعطينا واحدة بقى.
لا. Can we stop this, guys?
أعطينا
No.
واحدة يا Staffy.
Hey, big up for the super chats, bro. Keep sending it. If insulting me will help you send more super chats, please go ahead. Support my brother.
الواد الوسخ بجيب لأهله
Hold on.
المسجد.
Can I know, is there a backstory to this beef between T and Staffy on Saad's channel or
والله
something?
أقسم بالله.
You mean
Never seen
Ashraf,
him
not me.
before, no.
Don't bring me
Ashraf,
into
sorry,
this.
Ashraf and T, is there a back,
دخل
like,
ستافي انت بتحشر ستافي شو دخلوا يا اخي؟
Yeah, Mustafi بتاع المشاكل, fam. So he's like,
yeah,
the first thing you
exactly.
thought.
His mind.
yeah,
Yeah.
normally Ashraf doesn't beef with the chat like you, Staffy. You fucking beef with every
أنا بتاع
chat.
الشوارع.
You
Ashraf
fucking
محترم.
beef with the chat, bro.
Someone, I just read a comment. Someone, like he said, this guy paid $6 just to call me a clown like 3 different times. Hey, big up, bro. Keep calling me a clown if you're gonna send super chats.
Not a clam.
Farhan is saying after that loss, it does feel we are on top anymore. It doesn't
He meant
feel
like we're not on top. He meant
it doesn't feel like we're on
anymore.
top anymore. Is that how you guys feel? Is that how you feel, Ashraf?
Yeah, they did the press, bro.
Nah,
Ashraf?
it's
Ashraf, 33
It's-
minutes,
it-
you haven't said a word other than insulting TNT, insulting me.
يا
So
جد
go ahead.
يعني شو رايك تحكي انت؟
I mean, I responded to T. I didn't. Don't make it seem like I
يعني
instigated
جد
anything.
يا اخي انت بتشجع
I never
الأرسنال يا
instigate.
أخي.
But no, one sec, Habib. Okay, I'm coming. Yeah, Baba.
Sure,
Yeah, look,
sure,
it was a very, very annoying and disappointing result. And this is for me like a continuation of what we saw against Liverpool and Forest when people said, "Oh, who gives a shit? We gained points on City." Well, we didn't gain anymore, right? And the reality is, people have been blaming. Obviously, look, big up to United. They deserve to win 100%. They played really well, and I swear I'm not trying to take anything away from them because even if Arsenal play bad, our bad is enough to beat 80% of the teams, right? Because of the difference in quality and stuff. So obviously, United had to show up, but I think that's more on us playing like shit than them making us look like shit because we saw that against Liverpool, we saw that against Forest, and people are saying, "Oh, players this, oh, players that," and I know you wanted to speak about the players and maybe you want to speak about Ødegaard and stuff. For me, it's 100% the manager. It has nothing to do with the players. I think you can blame players when you say things like, "Oh, but the quality of Gyökeres, the quality of Madueke when he comes on the pitch and he overruns the ball twice out of the pitch because he couldn't control his dribble." I understand that part. But when you're talking about the overall attacking system and the overall style of how Arsenal play, it is 1,000,000% only on the manager. It's for me, it's ridiculous that anyone that people don't see it that way. The reality is, if you look at the way we set up, the way we sit back, the way we slow down the game, even at the Emirates, this happened against Liverpool, it happened against United, it even happened against Forest. Obviously, it was away from home. There are times when we just sit and let the other team like stand on the ball when there's no press. Ødegaard sometimes runs, leads the press, they press a little bit, and then they stop after. And then people were talking about, but Arteta was telling them to press. Yeah, when we were winning 2-1. He's not going to tell them to sit back then. And for me, that is a very frustrating thing. I don't think he's been getting the teams to go for the kill the way the other big teams have. I think he's really scarred by what happened 3 seasons ago, which is why he's focusing a lot on defense. If you look at the best 6 teams over the last 10 to 15 years, PSG, Barca, Bayern, Real Madrid, Man City, Liverpool, their mantra is attack first, defense second. And he's trying to go at it from the opposite way.
But no one, me and Hussam went to every single fucking season since the Leicester season. No one that won the Premier League then that didn't have good defense. None. Even City, when they were second in defense, when they won the league, when Hussam did it, they were 1 goal behind Liverpool. You remember Hussam, me and you did that every single season?
So what you're doing is what
one
you're doing
one goal. They were 1 goal behind Liverpool, and when they won the league,
you somehow missed the point because nobody said you should have shit. Nobody said you should have a shit defense. I never said that.
I'm not defending Arteta. I genuinely believe there's a mother problem.
It's facts. It's actual facts that attacks win you leagues more than defense.
I am not sure. I am not sure.
Opinion. The data shows that.
I am not.
More often than not, the teams with the better attack win the league than the teams with the better defense. By the way,
actually, we did this.
You can go check it again. I've done the research. In the last 10 winners, the last 10 seasons, 6 of the winners had the best attack. Now, in 2 of those seasons, they also had the best defense, yes, or 3 of those, I can't remember. And there were 3 different times, or maybe 4 different times, where there were teams that had the best defense and didn't win the league.
It's a combination of both. As it stands now,
but it's attack more than defense. That's the reality.
You scored 5 goals less than City, right? And you conceded 4 goals less than City. Currently, as it stands, you guys are both on track to be okay. Like 25, plus 25 and plus 26 goals. The reason why
we're trending towards having very less goals, actually.
Big up Ashraf Hater. Now he changed his name to Ashraf Hater, which is...
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So I like the fact that I had that much influence on you.
I'm gonna come to the super chat. Appreciate everyone donating to the channel. Sam wants to mention something about the player, but Staffy wants me to share the screen, which is United.
That was the video that I was talking about.
But earlier. Hold on, this is gonna be.
It's not copyrighted.
Copyright?
You sure it's not copyrighted?
It is. It's fine. It's a TikTok video as well.
Does it have the moving? Is he running?
I was just showing you how they celebrated.
Oh, okay. I get your point.
Hold on, Ashraf. That's your striker, by the way.
I've already sold all my stocks on him. Like 2 months.
It's a bit too late, ago. Buddy.
Bad for stocks?
Yeah. But better late than never. Because the fact that some people are still deluded by him is mental.
Yeah, Sam, he scored against Inter, and people are like, "Oh my god, he's gonna go on a spiral now and score."
Did you see in the group chat, Mo, the football terrace one when Terry tagged me? Oh, he scored. Igal was like, "What a goal!"
By the way, T, I see your super chat. Yeah, fine to call someone a clown, make a joke or something like this, but I don't think you actually translated something that I don't think we should show on the screen.
Yeah, we cannot show this.
I'm not going to show this on the screen.
They did it on purpose. It's fine.
You have to be like, yeah, you can make jokes and all this stuff and stuff like this, but you're not going to say that about someone's family. So apologies for this. Appreciate you, T, for the support, but come on now. We're not going to do this. You cannot translate something from Google and put it on a super chat thinking that I'm going to show it. So I don't know which picture is this. Is that Ashraf's picture?
No,
I wish I was that handsome, man.
No, the other one is the joke. Anyway.
After all this, who's going to win the league?
I think we're going to win the league still. And I'll tell you this. Because some people were saying, oh, Arsenal are only going to win the league because the other teams are shit. I think it's a combination of 2 things. I think it's like last season. I think if we win the league, just like Liverpool last season, we deserve it. We were the best team, but it helps that there's no other challenges. It helps that the other challenges have been garbage and crap. Like, that's just the reality. If this was City from 2 seasons ago or Liverpool from last season, we're definitely not first by now, right? And the points total show it. The goals that we're scoring shows it. We would have been pacing to be second in any other league. But in the end, we don't look at it that way. We're not going to compare this Arsenal team with how they would have done in the other league from 5 years ago. In this league this season, even though we haven't been as good as some of the previous champions or any of the previous 5-6 champions, the reality is we have been the best team. And that's all that matters. Might not be sustainable for next season, but who gives a crap?
About the
Nobody
players,
cares
guys.
like-
About the players, just quickly. Someone to say something about the players, and Ashraf thinks it's the manager only. I'm gonna say, like,
No, wait. Let Ashraf explain why he thinks it's the manager only against Man United first, and then I'll go to the players.
Because the reality is we didn't play a proper attacking game, in my opinion. We did the exact same shit we did against Liverpool, where we didn't press enough. We sat back. We were playing well in the first 10-15 minutes. I think we were growing in confidence. We were trying to control. We were trying to press and dominate. We got the own goal. Fair enough, lucky, but it still came from our pressure, which is fine. That happens. And then we just started like slowing the game down, not attacking fast enough. And that's been a theme and a trend of how we've been playing for majority of the season, right?
You don't
Now,
think we slowed the
Zubimendi-
game down on purpose in the second half?
I'm talking about the first half right now. I haven't even come to the second half.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm talking about the
'Cause you
first
said
half.
after the
And-
goal.
No, because our goal didn't come late in the first
No,
half.
no,
There
I'm
was still enough
like
time.
when you said after the goal, I'm assuming you're talking about the rest of the game, basically. But go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm coming to that. So now Zubimendi makes an error, which is fine. Like, actually, it's not fine. So when you think about it, this is the 5th or 6th time we've done this exact same mistake, by the way, in less than a year. Literally, and 3 different players. It's not even like it's the same player. Saliba did it twice. Gabriel did it once. Zubimendi did it twice, and I think Thomas Partey, if I'm not wrong, against PSG did it. So that's 4 players, not even 3. For me, while I would blame the players because that is an individual mistake, but I would also think, and I don't blame Arteta that much for it, but I'm just thinking, like, as a coach, if you've seen this mistake happen
I
6
want to
times-
take it step by step. So you're 1-0 up by hook or by crook. Zubimendi giving the ball to the United player, how's that Arteta's fault?
That was all on
talking about that.
Zubimendi,
Why-
bro. He
That
could have
is-
done
that
an
is
easy
Zubimendi.
1-2 with Rice before that.
That is
if you
Zubimendi, but
watched
then
the
I'll
goal.
ask you guys, how come this happened? Oh, by the way, it happened to Skelly as well in preseason this summer when Spurs scored. So why is this happening to 4 or 5 different players at Arsenal in less than 1 year?
Okay.
I'm
I'll
not
use
saying
my
it's
own
Arteta's
club
fault.
as
I'm
an
asking.
example, so you
I'm
know
asking.
I'm honest about this. You know I'm slot out, right? We were playing very
Yeah.
good until Van Dijk just gave the Bournemouth player the ball. That has nothing to do with slot.
can I tell
understand,
you
but
guys
I'm asking-
something? I think it's quality as well. Because watch this. This is the pass that is happening to him.
Here. Zubimendi has the ball here. He just gives it to Mbuemo. What the fuck does this have to do with
Or he can, like, to be honest with you, a player of Zubamendi's quality, this is, yes, I will
his
give
best
credit.
ability is passing anyway?
I am gonna say something. I'm gonna give credit to Man United for committing 6 players to the press, closing the angles. I'm gonna actually say that. But for a professional football player that is supposed to be one of the best DMs in the league, that's a simple pass to the
This is
goalkeeper.
a pass that Ashraf can make with all
Like,
due respect.
I'm sorry, David Raya. There is nobody is closing the angle to David Raya. So even though I'm gonna give credit, and I said that with the guys yesterday, I'm gonna give credit to Man United for having the courage to press Arsenal with 6 players in their half. But also Zubamendi, your fucking body shape is an amateurish body shape, to be honest. To pass the ball like
Okay,
this.
so the mistake happened. Does that mean we crumble after that?
No, you didn't. No. Now
Okay.
here is the problem.
If I was the manager,
Now
I'd go
this
into halftime saying, Zubimendi, this is the second time you've done this mistake. You're off. Bring on Eze or Moreno, whoever the hell he needs to bring on, right? And we get into the second half because it's 1-1.
I'm gonna tell
get
you.
into the second half, attack and press. I was doing a watch along, and Polemicist came in my comments, and I was like saying, we're not pressing enough. United are just holding on to the ball. There was a time when Martinez just had his studs on the ball, and all our players were in our half just sitting and watching. There was no press whatsoever. And I was like, we need to be pressing because for us, this draw is a loss, right? We're just watching Lisandro Martinez love on the ball and caress it and all that kind of crap. And he's like, yeah, but you expect us to press all the time. You expect us to press all the time. The game is fine. We're under control. We're under control. Oqsim billah, less than a minute since he said that. They played 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Dorgo scores a screamer. Because you're not playing against, no offense, Khairat Almaty, who can have the ball in defense, but they're not going to do anything. Any competent Premier League team, let alone a team of United's quality in attack, will take advantage if you just tell them you have the ball. If Liverpool had proper attackers that day, they would have won as well. Luckily for us, Frimpong is a dud. Gakpo is a dud. So they didn't end up that hurting us. And their best chance was a mistake when Conor Bradley hit the crossbar. This is why I blame the manager, because this, for me, is not a player issue. People are saying, well, the players should want it enough. Why couldn't the players just go for it? Are you guys stupid? Stalker's come out a year before, after the PSG game, when they asked him about when we won against PSG in the group stage. And they asked him about the attacking side and all that kind of shit. And he said, yeah, look, all our attackers at Arsenal are attack-minded players, but we have to do the defensive work because the manager keeps insisting on it and he keeps drilling it on us and he keeps talking to us about the importance of the defensive game, so we have to track back. He said this himself after the game. Now, he didn't say it to diss Arteta. He was saying to explain why he keeps tracking back and doing that. But that's the message Arteta drills on in their heads more than anything. Run back, defend, run back, defend, run back, defend. Versus go on attack, press. You need to win the ball.
I don't know. I think you're conflating the both. Run back, go back and defend has nothing to do with. I'm gonna tell you. I actually go back and defend does not contradict go up forward and attack. When you lose the ball, being structurally very, very well, right? Ashraf, has nothing to do with when you have the ball, you're very slow. It's not the same.
No, my point is he emphasizes on that.
Yeah, but let me explain.
Focus
Number one,
on the attack.
if you look at the stats, Arsenal actually press very high. Actually, Arsenal, one of the teams that press the most in the league.
What stats? Show me these stats.
An FBref, dispossession in the opposition's half. Oh, for fuck's sake.
But that doesn't mean we press. We could be winning it just at their half line. Doesn't mean.
So okay. So how can I quantify this? So Arsenal winning. So hold on. Ashraf, let me just talk. Arsenal winning the ball in the opposition's half. How can I quantify it by saying it is the final? It's the penalty area or halfway. I can't quantify it. Ashraf, that's not how the stat works.
No, more. Once again, first of all, I'd be interested to see how that stat actually works, because if, let's say, we're playing against, I don't know, Burnley, and we have possession in their half, and let's say they win the ball, but because there's no attacker, it goes back to Saliba. Does that count as this possessed stat? Because that's not us winning it from pressing. That's winning it because we're parked in their half. That's not the same. If you look at the Liverpool game and the United game, there were moments when Van Dijk and Lisandro Martinez and Maguire stepped on the ball and were walking, and we were sitting back and watching them.
I believe this game, Man United were much more composed than Arteta. I have a different problem with Mikel Arteta. It's the not committing players in the 18. Man United were playing low block, right? The easy solution is for you to spam crosses and commit players in the 18. Declan Rice is outside the 18. Zubamendi is outside the 18. Ødegaard is outside the 18. The left back is outside the 18. Why is that? Maybe because he's afraid to lose. Maybe that is where you're right. He's afraid to lose.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a combination of all these things.
It is a combination of all these things. It is a combination.
And this is why I'm saying when people are saying the players should want it more, the players are not going to go outside the manager's instructions. If the manager's instructions is
now we
be
need
careful on the ball, don't take enough risks.
Now
I understand that.
This is where Staffy.
Okay,
this is come back to Staffy's point. Come back to Staffy's point. Now you need someone to step up. Yami even Paz in his match reaction. Okay. He said, it's very strange that he said the same exact thing as me, right? I think me and Osam was speaking about this. You need someone to step out of the line. No, you cannot have 11 players. All of them are driving between the lanes. Because if it doesn't work, you need to step out of the line.
You've played football professionally. If you go outside the manager's instructions, he won't allow it. Some managers. One sec. Else's first 3-4 games was him dribbling, doing step overs, doing the nutmegs, and that started dying out. Why do you think that is?
But I
know he was criticized by Arteta because he was trying too many different things.
But some managers allow this. Ashraf, some managers actually allow.
You're right. Arteta doesn't.
I know that some managers say this thing. By the way, we're going to get the ball to this guy, for example. You
And
can
Arteta doesn't allow
do
it,
you
so now what?
do your my man do your thing. Try the risky pass.
I agree.
Try to put this.
I
that.
agree.
There are managers that actually.
But Arteta
ask
doesn't do
players
that.
to
So now what do
this.
we do? But Arteta doesn't allow that. So
I
now
don't
what do
know
we do?
if I don't know. From what I'm seeing, I think he doesn't do it. Like for example, I said
doesn't
that
do what?
Dorgo, for example, you know the goal that Dorgo scored, right? Awkward bounce, 30 yards or 25 yards out. He's not the shooter. He's not the enigma guy at Man United.
I mean, he
Yet-
scored a pretty good shot just a couple of weeks back. So
But
he's
what I
not
mean,
the first time.
Hold on, the difference is.
Habibi,
that is
he had 2 goals at Man United before.
Yeah,
this
but
one. Just
guys,
2.
let me just continue the thing.
That doesn't
If
mean
that
he
is
can
an
shoot, because
Arsenal
he's playing
player, if
I'm
that
just
is an
saying,
Arsenal
there's not
player,
a big sample size of him scoring goals. It's only 2.
Sorry. Go ahead.
خلي مو يتكلم قبل ما يشتم.
if that is, I'm just gonna say one thing. If that is an Arsenal player, they control it, they pass it to the right side, and they start actually being
Why?
in control.
Why? Why do they do that?
I think it's the tactics, the structure, the in control thing.
Exactly. And that's why I'm going back to it's not the players. 22-23, when we first got Jesus, when we were not yet challenging, there was no such thing as Arsenal challenging for the league. We were playing free-flowing, attacking football. I shared the stat today in the group. This is the 22-23 season, not our group, like the Arsenal, the Guna Lounge group. Listen to the stat. This is the 22-23 season. I just wish I could find. Yeah, there you go. Arsenal are the only team with 4+ players on 20+ chances created from open play. Ødegaard, Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Jesus, and Granit Xhaka. This was like by the same around point of the season, because players were a lot more expressive. Saka would
is it
go in
your
past
fault?
Luke Shaw and
Okay.
score against United. I don't think that they're allowed to play the
Hold
game
on.
as much.
Is it your fault, or is the problem is the opposition are playing very deep in their half?
What is
I
the
think
opposition playing
Okay,
deep
hold
in
on.
their half?
Didn't in the group chat yesterday, Staffy, didn't Terry actually or someone shared the 3 pictures of the lines and the difference between the teams playing against Arsenal and City?
Oh, Terry shared that. Yeah, the graph.
The graph is very obvious between the difference between the last 3 seasons. It is completely different
No.
for Arsenal.
That is not why we don't press enough. That is not why we don't play through the middle enough. That is not why we don't shoot enough. That's absolute garbage. Yesterday, most of our players were back when United, not yesterday, whenever the game was, when Dorgo went through the middle and they played the 1-2. We don't do that enough. Most of our attacks a lot of times go out to the wings.
Your attacks stay out
These teams play
really
low.
wide. If you notice, our players actually invert in a little bit. Dorgo, when he scored that goal, he had to invert in. He actually switched up with Bruno there. So many times, I think, was it one of the goals or one of the chances? Actually, sorry, it was one of the City goals or one of the City chances. Our right wings interchange with the 10 and the 9. So our attack becomes a little bit more fluid. Your attack, I agree with Ashraf. The ball just goes wide, bro. That's all it goes.
Watch
There's
this.
nothing down the middle.
If I'm not mistaken, this is 23-24. You watch Arsenal and Man City are up there, right? This is the numbers, right? This is each point represent the top team. This is defensive line versus opponent's defensive line. This is the year after, 24-25, Arsenal and Man City. That's last year. And then now it's this year.
Okay, a couple of things just quickly. One is which website is this, by the way?
Opta, this is Opta.
Fair enough. I wonder if it's Opta because I haven't seen this before. But anyways,
No,
you know
this
the funny thing is
Opta.
about this stat. You know the funny thing is if this is true, if it is true.
This is Opta. This is not
Wait.
me.
Yeah, I know. It's just because it's a screenshot, so I can't actually see that it's Opta, right? It's just like a graph. Like someone could have drawn it and said Opta.
If I believe
Mo, can
right,
you just take it
this
off once again because we can see it's weird talking behind it. Yeah. The funny thing is about that stat, if it's true, is the reason why a lot of teams play low block against us. People want to spread this narrative about they play low block because they're so scared of the Arsenal. Oh, they shiver in their boots.
I like where this is going. I like where this is going.
Arsenal built very, very slow. Even when we have a counterattack, we stop the counterattack and we wait for the team to get back. And we build slowly.
But why you didn't do this against Inter?
Until we push teams back.
So why didn't you do this against us? Answer this then. Why didn't you do this against us?
Because what do you mean? Champions League games are a lot different. They press us a lot more. Even Slavia Prague and Club Brugge were coming out against a lot more. But I'm saying in the Premier League, we don't take those. We took risks against Inter Milan. We took risks against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup when we played them. And we were pressing them like crazy in the first 20, 30 minutes. The problem is when we play in the Premier League, there's some sort of PTSD that comes with the manager. People want to say with the players. Even if it's the players, the manager can change that, but he doesn't. And we build slow until we force teams to go back in their defensive third. And that's why it looks like they are playing the lowest line against us. It's not like teams bust their lungs to get back when they're playing against Arsenal. We've had many chances to counterattack. Saka has the counterattack and he stops right there on the side and he waits for everyone to get back and he passes it backwards. This has been a complaint since last season.
Are you basically saying that Arteta's risk averse? Is that what you're saying?
Extremely. We've been saying that since last season. It's not a new thing. He's always been risk averse. And I said this at the start of the season. This style will not win you the league in a title race. Now, I think we'll win the league anyways, because I don't think there's going to be a title race. We're lucky that City are worse than us. We're lucky that the number one favorites, Liverpool, have shat the bed this season. That doesn't mean we won't deserve it. We deserve it. But the reality is we're currently pacing towards 82 points. That's the second lowest points tally since Leicester.
And who was this? City won it on 86 points.
Meaning Leicester was the lowest. This would be the second lowest since then. City won it with 86 in 2021, which was the third lowest.
Yeah.
Every other team was 90 plus after, or 89.
I think because the league is.
I think it's going to be low 80s this time. I don't see anyone getting 90 points.
Does it matter for you guys? Does it matter?
No, it doesn't. Of course.
So Scholes was right. It's going to be one of the worst Premier League winning teams ever.
No, because it's the difficult league.
Wait, what? Wait, Scholes said it's going to be one of the worst.
Yeah, Ashraf, I said that in the beginning of the show.
Someone reminds Scholes that they won the league with 79 points or 78 points in 99.
75.
So is that 75? My bad. I gave you extra 4 points.
I don't know. Is that Stuffy? Is that is true? It's a true quote. If Arsenal win the league,
I don't know if it is. I don't believe anything the touchline says. The touchline.
Me too, right? Like lies. Me too. Like I'm not sure if it's true or not.
They troll a lot, yeah. So it could be a lot.
Yeah,
they came out this morning and said Chelsea created 22 chances all season. I was like, how can you create 22 chances? Not big chances. 22 chances in 23 games. It's almost impossible.
Yes, that's big.
Like if you take 2 corners a game, you'll manage to create like about 40 chances. 44.
Chelsea have more than
actually, just to let you know, Stappy, Chelsea created 65 big chances. Let alone chances. Okay, that's a big chance.
I commented. If you go under their posts, you'll see I ratioed them. I just commented and I was like, they created 22 chances, but they scored 39
goals. I saw
goals.
it because of your comment on Twitter. I didn't see
I was like, how do you score 39, but you created 22? Like, how you
can actually create 22 chances in one match sometimes. If you have like 22 shots.
Yeah, like they didn't even say big chances. Yes.
Like, do you understand how bad you need to be to have 22 chances in 22 games?
Wolves don't have that. Wolves have probably triple that, bro.
Can I say something?
Like you have to like not go on the pitch.
Wolves is number 20, and they created 22 big chances, let alone chances, by the way.
There you go.
Big chance. Let me do these super chats because some of them related to Ashraf and stuff you were talking about. People can't accept it might be Carrick bigger than Arteta. So football knowledge, you're a Man United fan.
And your name is football knowledge as well.
Hey, why can we not accept that?
What do you mean? Are you thinking that Carrick? Okay, why don't you hire Carrick at the wheel like Oli? Why don't you hire Carrick full time?
Give him a chance then. If he does well to the season, I'll give him the job. Why wouldn't I?
Ooh.
By the way, I do find that ridiculous that United fans are saying, "Oh, even if he does really well, we shouldn't make that mistake that we did with Oli."
Because what? Thank you, Ashraf. Why?
This guy has the worst takes on all football YouTube. This football knowledge guy. Always in comments sections just chatting shit, and then he has the worst takes. Like
no, Hassam. So one second. If this guy was not English and he didn't play for Man United, if his name was Mikel Carrique, and he comes in and he coaches United to 3rd place, shout out Culture Cams. I'm not gonna steal that. That's his joke. He named him Mikel Carrique. If his name is Mikel Carrique and he's Spanish and he comes in and he coaches United to 3rd place, would anyone here say, "Oh, he doesn't deserve the job"?
I actually, it's spot on. If this was Fabregas coming in as an interim and then coming in and win some games at United, people would actually say, yeah.
Carrick is he's just being called Ole because of the association. That's it.
Sam is talking about him being better than Arteta.
I mean, of course, listen, you don't say someone is better than the other
hold on.
based on
football
2-3
knowledge.
games.
I will acknowledge your football knowledge if you put the same exact super chat and saying Carrick is better than Pep Guardiola.
He said might be Carrick better than Arteta. He said maybe.
So, okay, if he says that Carrick might be better than Pep, fine. But he won against Pep as well.
Yeah,
Mark was saying-
mentioned might be better than
No,
Pep,
but he already beat Arteta twice, bro. That's different.
Come on.
Big up to my
What
favorite
are you talking
panelist.
about? He beat him in 2021. That's his point.
I
He beat him
understand
twice.
that. That doesn't make him
Yeah,
better. though.
everyone beat 2021 Arsenal.
No, not everyone did. What are you talking about?
I think
But
there
then
was
Pep,
five.
Pep has not won against Arteta in five consecutive games right now. Is Arteta better than Pep?
He said maybe. So he's saying based on what he's seen, there's two. Maybe if it continues this way, he might be better than him. He said maybe. He didn't say, oh, because he beat him twice, he's better than him.
Guys,
What if
Okay,
you give
big
him
up-
a year and he ends up being better than him? A year is not
When
enough
he-
for you to see.
when he gets there, we can talk about it. Someone
That's
who
why he
has
said
two-
maybe. What do you think a maybe means?
Bro,
Okay,
that's
we're not
like
gonna
saying-
get stuck
that's
here,
like
guys.
the guy who
Guys, we
coached
cannot get stuck.
Chelsea,
We cannot
a
get
draw
stuck.
against City is better than Pep. Might be
We
better than
cannot.
Pep.
We cannot get stuck on maybe Carrick is better than
Fine,
Arteta.
my bad.
Big up my favorite panelists and Staffy. Lol joking. Staffy, you are all right. You are right. You are all right. I would like
You're
you
all
all,
right.
to just check your videos and options from
Opinions.
just Thursday and Friday last week after the Inter win. I'm not changing my opinion. I still think that Arsenal are the best coach team in the world.
I think
Structure
Well,
team
I'll
is
tell you
the
this,
best.
Marco. I'll answer him
I'd say
since
best coach
he.
team is definitely false for me, but anyways.
I'll answer
That's
this.
what I
First,
think.
I'll
They're
say
not
this.
top. Go ahead, Steph. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. First of all, thank you, Marco, for the super chat. Secondly, if you go back to what I did on Friday, what I did a preview on the football terrace, I actually sat there and I gave a proper debate why I think United should go into this game, actually perform well with the players that we have. I didn't give us the result, but I said it's going to be a good game. It should be a competitive game. It should be, I wouldn't say the same style that we played against City because they're different teams, but the same level of competitiveness at least. So I didn't rule us out of the game like everyone else did. Everyone wanted to tell us we're gonna lose like 4-0.
I wanna say something to the people that actually, just before we go on to the next super chat, I wanna say something and I wanna hear the way Staffy and Ashraf respond. I still think, that's my opinion, that Arsenal are the best coached, structured team. They're not the most entertaining team. I think they're boring, but they're the best coached, the best structured team currently in the world. The reason, this is my opinion. The reason why, I think the way they played against Bayern, the way they played against Inter, the way they play in the league, they are the best structured. This is not I don't want you to comment on that take. I want you to comment on the take that people that say that the best coach team and the team that wins it at the end. I don't disagree with this. But I need people on YouTube and I need the viewers and I need everyone. When I say this statement, I am saying it on January 27th. That is not in May. It might change, right? What I mean is that Arteta might shit the bed, by the way. And Arteta might win the league and Man City go on a big run and they are going to be amazing, but Arsenal still win the league. That doesn't change what I said today. For example, Eucharist joining Arsenal after scoring 99 goals might be the right decision at that time. In hindsight, it might be wrong now, right? But people that do the, oh, but I told you so. You told me so if Arsenal are not top of the league and top of the Champions League today. You didn't tell me anything. You're not proving anything. For some reason, when people tell me that today, Carrick is better than Arteta, right? And I'm like, and maybe I will agree, which is what Staffy said before. But you're not going to tell me I told you so later. The reason why, because currently as it stands, Carrick doesn't have the body of work for me to judge him, to say that he's better than Arteta or Pep or whoever. He doesn't have that body of work. People that come at you, and I'm talking to everyone on YouTube, everyone that comes and say, I told you so. Staffy can come and tell us, I told you so that I think Sisco's better because I think he has better fundamentals, for example. Right? But at that time, there was Eucharist scoring more goals than Sisco. And I watched Sisco and I disagreed with Staffy at that time. I think Sisco's clunky. That's what people don't understand about this. You come in at us with the hindsight. Hindsight is very good, right? It's very, very good, right?
Let Staffy go first.
But before I say that, like someone that said, I'm gonna relate it to something about Liverpool. Someone that tells me, Mo, you see, Virgil van Dijk is a shit defender. Now you're coming in 2026, but you weren't here in 2020 or 18-19 or 17-18. You weren't here when he joined Liverpool and changed the way they play. Him being bad now doesn't change how he goes. It's the same as Cristiano Ronaldo. I told you Cristiano Ronaldo only scores goal. You didn't watch him at Man United when he used to dribble from halfway line. You didn't. That's the thing. Appreciate you guys. Go ahead, Steph, if you want to comment.
So just to answer you, I think they're the best coach team in terms of off the ball. I think on the ball, they're not the best coach team. And it's Ashraf just literally went like on.
Maybe that's true. Yeah, I would agree with that comment. Yes.
Statistically, it proves it as well. I mean, I'm sorry, bro. I can't sit here and say someone is the best. One team is the best coach team on and off the ball when all your attackers have 0 goals in 2026 so far, and we already read all their stats on how bad they've been. Like, if this is the best, then God, imagine if he's worse. You know, Saka would have 0 goals all season. Jokic would have 0 goals all season. Everyone has 0 goals all season. The attacking point just proves that they're not. Off the ball, I'll give it to them. I agree with you 100%. I think off the ball, they're the best coach team. On the ball, they're just horrible.
And I think he's done the best job so far this season, which is why we're top of both. But I don't think we're generally the best coach team. And maybe I'll be proven wrong if we go on to win the Champions League as well. But because we have a team that's good enough to win it in terms of quality. But I don't know if we will. And I think if we don't end up winning the Champions League, it'll be proven that he isn't. We aren't the best coach team. Because I think the best coach teams are teams that I think it's harder to coach attacks than to coach defenses, in my opinion. And I think managers that do an excellent job in coaching the attacks and how to get in, where to make the runs, how to get into position, and how to make that impact in the final third, I think those are better managers in terms of coaching the squad than coaching a team on how to defend and how to be structurally organized.
Fair enough. By the way, I'm not talking about me only, Frank. I'm talking about everyone that comes up with the this is my take is right and my take is wrong and stuff like this. Farhan is saying it's just not about Carrick. It's just Man United are just scared of them. Simple as that.
It's not about Carrick. It's just a man. It's just
you.
It's just Man United. We're just scared.
Oh, we are scared of them. I don't think you guys were scared of us.
I don't think Arsenal were scared of Man United.
I think we were conservative. I think we were scared of losing.
I think you can play all your games, all your big games scared of losing. I don't think that's a Man United exclusive thing.
Are we? I wanted to have a conversation about Saka. Farhan is saying Man U were better than us when we beat them earlier.
Yeah,
Man United looked like the better team, to be honest with you.
We were conservative home and away against Liverpool. Against City, I'm not going to count it because they parked the bus against us. That was a surprise. But
by the way, Mo, I'm surprised we didn't mention this today.
I'm just glad of something. Arteta, I am tired of people keep saying that he hasn't lost against big teams. He hasn't lost against big teams. That probably Arsenal losing against Liverpool and Man United this season. That is not the achievement.
And Villa,
you need to achieve something. You need to win the league now, right? And I still think that Arsenal win the league. I agree with Mo. The EPL is not as entertaining, but EPL teams dominate Euro and World Cup competitions and may sweep again this year. If not for once in lifetime, PSG is the team last season.
I think mainly because of the physical levels, I'll be honest.
The physical level, the structure, the physical level is crazy, to be honest with you. It's actually crazy.
Before we move on, I do want to bring this up because we were just mentioning the top teams.
Go ahead.
I don't know how many people know this, and I think this should have been something we spoke about today. Arsenal have the worst top 6 or top 6 record this season between all the top 6 teams.
I didn't know that, but yeah.
They have 3 draws and like 3 loss. They lost to Liverpool. They lost to
the top 6. You mean the traditional big 6? Or
no. So take away Spurs and just put Villa. So by substituting those, they lost to United. They lost to Liverpool. They lost to Villa, and I know they beat.
We beat Villa in the second game. We beat United in the other game.
You beat us on one of them,
and we drew to City.
United have the best points, by the way, from the top 6 teams.
Do you know who's the same, Staffy? Do you know who's the same?
We're tied with someone. I don't know who.
Do you know who's the same? Inter. We haven't won one big game this season, and we're top of the league by 5 points.
Oh, you're talking about?
Okay. Hey, hello. We won. We won 2 big games this season. So don't say we didn't win. We did.
So United have the most points, Mo, out of the top 6 teams.
Actually, this is
from the top 6 teams.
Mentioned at the start of the season when we were talking about this whole big game thing and Arteta's big game record. It doesn't matter if you just beat everyone you're expected to beat. Like if you because at the end of the day, if you take these 5 games away, if you win 28 out of 38 games, you're gonna win the league.
because they beat each
Yeah.
other. Because Villa beat Man City as well, and you know what I mean. Like they
Exactly.
beat. I don't think it matters at all. You can literally be top of the league and win the league without winning any big games if you win the others. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It
Yeah,
doesn't
I
matter.
agree. I agree.
So
And by
let
the
me
way-
ask you this, Mo. If United go and win the next 3 games, because our next 3 games are very winnable. We
Where are
have Fulham at home, we have Spurs at home, and we have West Ham away. What conversation are we having on that run?
they? About what?
About United, if they go and they pick up the next 9 points.
Nothing.
Because we're
Top
sitting
4
4th right now.
battle.
What? I don't know what that means.
I'm
Yeah,
asking
like-
you, what conversation are we having around Man United if that happens? 5 wins in a row.
Top
I'm not
14.
sure.
That's it.
Because teams above us are
I
going to
don't
drop
know
points in the
why,
meantime. Because you do have, I think Arsenal and City play soon, something like that.
No, we play them in April.
Who play?
Oh.
There's a big game coming up. I know the
Liverpool,
City.
yeah, Liverpool and City. Liverpool and City.
Liverpool
in 2
City.
weeks.
Thank you. Maybe that's the one.
She's actually texted me to join on the side.
No, of course, you wanted to join now.
Of course, he wanted to join when Arthur. Okay, let me just call
Yeah,
out Chez
yeah.
before he joined. Of course,
she said
Chez.
this before. I've
Of
won
course,
like 4 of my last
I
5
know you.
games.
I know you. But
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course,
but
Chez
before
wants
that
to
you were
join, but
hiding
when
and you were not
Arsenal
showing up.
were
Yeah.
hiding.
I haven't been on any stream.
I know
Yeah,
you.
because
He
the
text,
team was losing. That's why.
We've been crap for 3 years.
okay, we're not gonna. I'm not. I don't want to do that banter thing. Just to be honest with you, Staffy, your
I'm sorry.
point is if Man United win the next 3 games, I can't judge Man United. If you want to talk, and I said that yesterday on the solo stream, Staffy, is until you decide that this is the football you're gonna play, and Carrick is the full time. Because I don't think that Man United have bad players. And Buemo was, I think, one of the highest GA contributors last
We have-
season. Cunha was the
We
same.
statistically have the best attack in the league right now.
Yeah, I like Bruno Fernandes. I know you don't like him. I like Kobe Meno. I think
Stop
Lisandro
saying that,
Martinez is
man.
good.
Stop saying I don't like Bruno Fernandes.
Okay, moving on from Bruno. Until you hire that, like for example, Liverpool, for example, I can't
That's
judge
just
Liverpool
like
players.
that random stuff. You don't like Bruno عادي يعني.
No, it's bro. Stop saying that
I
because
don't want
people,
to. I don't want to get stuck in
because
the
people
Bruno
come to me and you're
conversation.
like, oh,
I
but you
don't wanna
called
get
him
stuck.
shit
I
on the
don't. I
stream.
don't want
I've
to.
never
I don't
done
want to
that.
get stuck in that. For example, Staffy, I can't judge the Liverpool players until Salah leaves. Like I said yesterday, is Salah finished? Is Van Dijk? Is McAllister a bad player? On paper, they aren't, but all of them look bad. I can't judge Man United until I know that Carrick is going to be the full time.
No, but that's why
So-
I asked you a specific question. I'm not asking you an open-ended question. People in the chat are saying, "Come down, you're delusional." Imagine being called delusional because you asked a question. I didn't even make a statement. So how can I be delusional? You don't even know what I think.
What is the
I
what is
asked
your
you-
question?
The problem is, Staffy, after beating Arsenal and Manchester City, which is great, you could easily lose your next game.
Exactly, Hassan, and that's fine. But I'm
So
saying,
what
what if
is-
we don't?
What is
because-
your question then? Can I get its
So
question
my,
straight?
my question was, what if United go on and win the next 3 games because they're very winnable? You're talking about United picking up 15 out of 15.
What if what?
We'll be in
Yes.
touching point from Villa, who I still think, by the way, I've been saying this all season, so this has nothing to do with United. I still think at some point they're gonna drop a lot of points.
I've said this
Emery
from game
always
one.
transitions into Europe. He starts focusing on Europe, and that's when he starts dropping points in the league. So that will
I
happen.
agree.
It's a matter of who's behind him to capitalize it. If it's United, City,
Yeah.
United, Liverpool, Chelsea, whoever.
So
I'm
what is
just
the
saying
question?
this. The reason
Can
I'm
you
asking
get-
this question, Mo, is because of weeks ago.
What is the question? You haven't asked my question. You said what if? What is the question?
Well, I already asked you. I said, what conversation would we be having around United if they pick up the next 9
My
points?
answer: top
And-
4, top 14.
And the reason I'm asking that.
It's always been top 5. It's
So-
always
so-
been top 5 for
Okay,
me.
okay. So, So the reason I'm asking that specifically is because if we spoke weeks ago or a couple months ago about the potential of United finishing 3rd, everyone, including
It'll be
myself,
crazy.
would have
It'll
said
be
that's crazy. I would have never
Yes.
said that. But right now, I'll be honest with you. United go and beat Fulham next. That's a conversation that I'm ready to start having. I'm not saying title race. I'm not saying nothing. But I'm just saying, you go pick up the points against Fulham, and then the 2 games after, I think the Spurs and West Ham game are much more winnable than the Fulham game. You go and win these games. I don't see why there's not a reason to have that conversation. People could say you're crazy, you lost.
What
No,
conversation?
you're not
What
crazy.
conversation?
Going for
Yeah.
3rd now.
No,
Yeah,
don't stop
I'm gonna-
saying he's not
can I-
crazy.
okay.
3rd spot.
He's not
Third.
crazy.
Okay, third. It's not crazy. The
The
reason why it's not crazy
you-
because Chelsea's unknown. Sorry, Chelsea. Because Chelsea
Yeah.
hired fucking Liam Rosenior. You watch Chelsea now play football. Chelsea are getting results. But I don't think that Chelsea are playing the football that everyone is expecting. They aren't dominating games. They aren't on top of, but they are being clinical. Liverpool, miserable. Ask Hussam, just go and watch Hussam's match reaction. Fucking miserable football club, miserable players, miserable fan base. They actually, by the way, they literally expected Arne Slot.
I still wouldn't rule them out. But
I'm not going to rule them out, right? Because of the quality of. They thought that Arne Slot would be sacked actually after the game, and he's still at the job today, right? So Liverpool are unknown. That is why, Staffy, that is why I think that you are in the conversation for third. And I agree with you. Villa aren't. But I think Man United are doing what you are, with all due respect, sir, you're +7 goal difference, which is expected from the team that is.
Exactly. So it's not a crazy combo to have.
No. My point is, you are +7 goal difference is 7th, 6th in the league. You know what I mean? It's not fair.
Be consistent. You see how people slay Arsenal for the league is weak, hence the competition is low. It's the same for top 4. It's just it works the same for the whole league. So what Stuppy's saying is nowhere near insurmountable or a bad take at all. It's very realistic. And the problem is that if they did get third, or Chelsea was to get third, because we're 1 point behind them and people rate us better than United or not, it then makes people.
I don't rate you better than United now. I don't rate you better.
More switch, more converted.
Mo,
I don't rate you better
I think Chelsea are most likely to fall off.
The reason why I think
by the way,
can I just tell you why before you answer? Can I tell you why? I have to tell you why.
Mo,
Chess.
I'm not arguing against your statement. I'm trying to say the reason why I'm not going to argue against you because this time last year you said the same thing. So I'm not going to bother arguing.
No. Here comes Shez with "I told you so."
No, you flipped twice last year, Mo.
No, I didn't. I didn't. Here is the problem with YouTubers. Like I'm here every day. You're not here every day. I'm here every day. You're not here every day. You show up. You show up when you show up to streams when you want to talk, right? When you have something to say. Here is the difference between me and you, Shez. Last season, I didn't say that Chelsea will completely miss out. I said I think Chelsea might miss out on it because of the form. The fact that you scraped top 4 let me just finish. I'm gonna let you respond. The fact that you scraped top 4 because Nottingham Forest unexpectedly fell off and Villa fell off completely doesn't make you right. You scraped top 4. The difference is I said that Chelsea at that time should have been solid in top 4, which is what I said this season. I'm not ruling you out this season of falling out of top 4 or making top 4. But if you're asking me today, who are the team that is most likely will fall out? As it stands, it might be Chelsea, Shez. And you know that because Liam Rosenior is the most unknown guy out there, out of all the coaches that coach in the top 4 race, out of Emery, out of Carrick, out of Arne Slot. You can get top 4. You can get top 5. I'm not saying that. You have the quality to get top 5, right? But logically speaking, most likely, similar to Arsenal winning the league. Most likely, Arsenal win the league. They might not win the league. There is a door open for others, right? But logically speaking, now the team that is closer to win the league is Arsenal. That is it, Shez. You scraping top 4 at the end doesn't make you right. You were crap the whole season.
No.
I don't
disagree with you about this season. My thing, why I'm still not arguing with you, because I remember last year, you were back in Chelsea to be in the title race. We then gave you new evidence to prove we're not in the title race. And then you went to complete opposite and Maresca won't be able to sort it out. Chelsea won't make top 4. I've seen your running. We then won the games you didn't expect us to and got top 4. I never once sat here and said we're going to get it comfortably. I just wanted to get the objective, which was top 4 and the 2 trophies. One of them in which, again, we weren't predicted to win, but we were still in the World Cup, comes every 4 years. We can't win that every year, fair enough. The other trophy, we had to win that regardless, objectively speaking. So why I'm not arguing with you is United right now just beat 2 of the best teams in the league, factually. They're in a good reign of form and people rate their players because either we've seen them before or they rate their trajectories. Okay? Chelsea doesn't have that. Our best players are mostly injured. We're not playing that great, but we're getting results. And we're very inconsistent, even more so than United, who, by the way, I think are above us in the league right now by 1 point. So you saying right now they're going to finish above us is not a bad
I didn't say that. I didn't say this.
No, I think they're performing
Michael Carrick as well is, as of now, Michael Carrick and Rosenior, it's the adrenaline of the new coach. It's I want to prove you right.
I don't think our manager bounce has been manager bouncing.
It has been a manager bounce in terms of clinical. João Pedro, I see Joao Pedro playing better under Rosinier than what's his name, Maresca.
If we're compared to Maresca, where it was literally the extreme, where the guy didn't want to be there, the tactics were getting worse and worse and worse. The players weren't performing. The players, the personnel. I'm not saying it's always fault, because that'd be stupid. But in hindsight, we now look back on it and go, it wasn't a great changing room and scenario. So I'm not going to compare that to what Rosinier is doing and go, we're doing great because we won 4 or 5 games, which we expected to win if Maresca was here or not, or Potter was here. So I'm not looking at a small sample size. I'm just saying United were never 17th last year.
But squad-wise, do you rate
For
your
example,
team
Staffy
better or
will tell
United?
you, Staffy was gaslit, because I listened to his streams, by fans saying that Amorim wasn't the problem, it was the squad.
Can I? Okay,
It was a mix of both. Don't get me wrong.
Can we know which team is better?
15th, yeah.
Which team is better? Today, United with the injuries coming back, the Ligt is coming back.
Are we saying
peak
United, peak Chelsea, Mo? Are we saying both at their best?
Yeah, look,
it's
okay, I
not
think you're
peak.
doing
I don't do peak.
Squad
Because I
Chelsea
think
is
You can't go
better.
off 2 results.
because I think
Why is Chelsea squad better?
I want to say what I think first before putting context. The reason
I'm
why
being
I
fair.
pick
I'm
United,
saying both are
the reason
best.
why I pick United above Chelsea, because I think one of the main factors in Chelsea being good is Cole Palmer, who
I
might
agree
have
with
to
you,
get
yeah.
surgery. Who might have to get surgery for his groin.
That's why I asked you the question before you asked it. Are we saying best teams available?
No, today I'm talking about the rest of the season. The rest of the season. What's
We
available?
don't have Dorgu pretty much for the rest of the season, so we need to start talking about
You have Cunha.
If Palmer comes back the same way he's done previously, then that's our best player who we need to rely on for goals and assists not being there. That makes a big difference.
And he's not back, guys. He won't be back. I don't think he's going to be back.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I read tons of reports. He might have to have surgery and be out for the rest of the season.
If we're saying United players come back 80%, if Palmer comes back 80%,
I think because I'm gonna leave soon because Mo knows I gotta go. And I just want to leave with this. I think for the rest of the season, if you ask me between United and Chelsea, who's probably gonna finish ahead, I think I'm gonna give us a better chance. I think we've clearly have had one of the best. We've had one of the best 3 attacks. I think statistically we're the best attack in the league right now. We don't have more goals than City, but in terms of creation, chances missed, hitting the woodwork, all the underlying metrics, you'll see that United probably underscored their XG. So that's number 1. Number 2, I think people keep forgetting the fact that we're only playing once a week. Once a week didn't matter to me when we had Amorim. I just hated that notion because people thought because we play once a week, it means Amorim's going to coach during the week, like amazing world-class training sessions. It was never going to happen. Under Carrick and under Fletcher, to be fair, because I feel like Fletcher should have won that Burnley game. He was just unfortunate we didn't score. Those games since Amorim left, I've seen a better team over the last 4 games. So I have a sample size of 4 games, which is not a lot, but I can tell you that United have been playing better. And people were making fun of us for not being in the cups, and fairly so. But we're going to be playing once a week. If you play well and you play once a week, we're always going to be fresher than everyone else. We're always going to be more energetic than everyone else. We're always going to be more ready than everyone else. So you put those 2, and I think Chelsea are going to start getting more injuries. They're going to be playing in Europe. They still have the semis in the Carabao Cup against Arsenal. They have a more congested schedule over the next 3 months than us. If you want to put all that together, logically, United should do better than Chelsea. So if you want to take an educated guess, the educated guess says United should finish ahead of Chelsea. And that's what I'm going to leave it with.
Fair enough. I need to do the super chats, guys. Just need to respond to them. Some of them are related to Arsenal before we actually go there. I know if you're going to leave our stuff, let me know.
Yeah, when I leave, just put me in the background. If I finish my call, I'll just hop back.
Yeah. We should critique when it is due, but fans throwing in the towel are actually pathetic. When you haven't won in ages, the first is always the hardest. That is about the Arsenal fans throwing in the towel, Ashraf. What do you say to some of the people that say that literally after Man United game said that this is why we won't win the league?
No, I again, if we were being chased or if there was a serious title challenge or a rival that's chasing us seriously, I would have understood why they're saying that. I think given the league and given how City have been, I think it's crazy to say this is why we won't win the league. We might not win the league, but I think that's a very low probability.
Yeah. Bro, Ashraf, just take it. We deserve to be grilled. Yeah, but Ashraf is grilling Arsenal.
I've grilled my own team. What do you mean?
Elbow knowledge for Ashraf hater. You got an enemy.
Thank you for another super chat.
I'm going to
Thank you.
tell you
Keep-
something,
keep
Ashraf.
sending them.
Make sure now you sub to Ashraf Talks Ball so you can actually battle him on his streams as well.
Exactly, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can insult.
Please.
We can
So
exchange insults
you
there.
guys can go
Can
at it
insult
at each
your
other.
mom over there.
Timing is everything in sport. Our 23-24 team is miles clear of this one. Klopp's team were miles clear of slots, but they came up against better. That's why it's irrelevant. You need the luck to win.
Is this an Arsenal fan?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
You do need a
absolute
bit of
BS.
luck to
This
win,
is
I agree
the
with
best
that.
team. This is the best team Arsenal have had in like 20 years. That's absolute lie. This is a much better team than the 23-24 season. It's a much better team than the 22-23 season. We are just not playing the way that can maximize the potential of the players we have.
Fair enough.
Fair.
I think what Mike is talking about, he's talking about the style of play. Ashraf ball knowledge, same with Lee Bummer. Take the honey waffle. Take the honey for your waffle, Ashraf.
I mean, I was gonna say I'll give it to your mom here, but I was like,
No, خلاص بقى, can we just end the mom jokes?
عن
خلاص يا
هذا
أشرف.
حرام. خلاص
Yeah.
فكنا.
Yeah, ما حرام.
I'm having fun with this.
على
mom had all the white.
Why do you think the tactics are bad? The football you want them to play is not working around us. City is not winning that way. Why should we? Very good question.
City's not winning that way this season because their defense has been garbage. Like I always said you shouldn't have a bad defense either.
Mo, put me in the background.
It's fine. I mean, mute yourself. It's fine. Go ahead, Ashraf.
We shouldn't have a bad defense either, and maybe Gehi will revolutionize that for them. I don't know, but the reality is the tactics are bad enough in the league, which is why instead of being 11 points clear now, we're 4 points clear. We aren't playing that well in the Premier League in terms of attacking style.
Fair enough.
Champions League is a different story. Champions League
Costco honey is needed for this waffle. Costco, yeah. Big up Costco people.
bro, he sent like 20. Bruh, can you send one $20 super chat instead of splitting them? My God.
Does the hyperstructure setup even make sense given the quality of the back line? Shouldn't those defenders be a platform for an aggressive attack? I asked this question, I swear to God.
Bro,
I asked this
swear to
question.
you-
I remember
ahead.
Jurgen Klopp pushing both, Trent and Robertson high because he had Van Dijk and Konate. I would think that Hinkapia should be making a run inside the 18 when Saka has the ball because you have Saliba and Gabriel and Zubamendi that should be able to fend for themselves. This is why I think he is a little bit cautious about making
made a joke.
For example, Enzo Fernandez last season for Chelsea, one of the things that I liked about Enzo Maresca is giving Enzo Fernandez the leeway to make the late run. That's why he had high GA. I need Declan Rice to make that. By the way, when Declan Rice made the runs in the 18, isn't against Villa, he scored 2 goals. Just be in the 18. Bournemouth. Contribute. The midfield don't need to be outside the 18. You need to be in the 18 because who's going to support the striker when Saka cross or when Trossard cross? It should be the fullback. It should be the midfielders. I think that is the problem.
I made a joke last time where I said I trust our defenders more than Mikel Arteta trusts them because if we have the best centre-back pairing, and I think we have the best centre-back pairing, we have 2 of the best centre-backs in the world right now. We have one of the best, if not the best right-back in the world right now, an incredible or a fantastic left-back, although he's injured right now, and 2 very good holding midfielders ahead of them. And yet we're so scared to let them deal with counterattacks. That tells you how much this manager has that PTSD from a couple of years ago.
We're not lucky that they are worse than us. Clearly, the ball they play is not working anymore, and the anti-football we play is working. Why complain?
That is absolute BS. There is no evidence to show anti-football is the way to win things now. If anything, the way they play has proven to be more successful. Just because they're having an off-season doesn't mean that football is not more proven. Now, because teams defend a lot better and sit back a lot more, teams that actually attack and break down defenses better are the ones that have the edge. This is why Hansi Flick with his suicidal football won a domestic treble last season. This is why PSG with their incredible attacking mindset and their pressing won a treble last season. This is why Man City with their attack did a 4-peat. Like, it's absolute garbage. It's proven that attacking football wins more.
Fair enough. He is confusing because we have seen this season you take risk and be vertical at a point with Eze and Moreno. The problem came with Odi and Gyökeres come back. Yeah, that's another thing that we need. No, but to be honest with you, in my opinion, Ødegaard, and I think it's a manager's instruction. I think Ødegaard is a very good player. I think the manager is instructing the guy to play safe. It's simple. It's very simple. I think the manager is instructing the guy to play safe, to be honest with you. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Ahmed is when has beaten Inter become the barometer? Inter is a crap club. If we are a crap club, why are you 5 points behind us in the league with a manager with a manager that has won the league numerous times, with Rafa Leao, the best player in the league? You know what I mean, Hamid? So why are you 5 points behind us? Why are you sweating? Why are you crying in the corner?
Like
because you are 5 points behind Inter. The crap Inter, by the way, with a manager that came to the club with only 13 games under his belt. And you have one of the best managers in Italian football history that won with 2 clubs. Why are you behind us then? Answer this, Ahmed, and then come back and say beating Inter is become the barometers. And also, I don't see you playing the Champions League, so you cannot talk. I do not want to be in the world where Arteta wins and teams start to copying this haram ball as the brand of football for success.
I don't know. It's only in the Premier League. I don't think the other leagues have been playing this way. The other leagues have still been playing attacking football. But maybe it might become the new football. Who knows? Hopefully not.
When Pep changed football to actually pass left, pass right, people didn't say anything about that.
Yeah, but that was
also.
better
Can I say
football.
something about this, Amia? Arsenal scored the most goals in the Champions League. Haven't played Inter, Bayern Munich, and haven't played Atletico Madrid. So they don't play all those haram football. They scored 20 goals. Bayern scored 20 goals. PSG scored 20 goals as well. So it's not haram
just the
football.
league. Yeah.
If Man United win the next 3, the guy will get a haircut. I think we needed to answer Staffy this. What's the conversation? The guy will get a haircut. Big up, my man.
Yeah, this
Kenneth.
is true. This is true. That's actually the conversation.
If Haram Ball wins the league, does this mean mid-table clubs can win the league in the future? No, because they don't have the quality of Arsenal.
Need to build a lot too, because mid-table clubs beat each other. The problem for us why the league is more difficult is mid-table clubs are beating us now too.
Cole Farmer's half a season wonder kid, 1.5 season wonder kid.
Yeah, he's not a 1 year wonder. He's a 1.5 year wonder. Don't be disrespectful.
By the way, Cole Palmer is the one player that needs to come back and prove that he can do it for multiple seasons. The talent is there, but he needs to prove it. Sam listened to Arne Slot presser. He's sick in the head. I don't know what he said, but Sam will do a stream.
He said we won 2 league titles in 30 years and blah blah blah. He's lost.
How can Arne Slot still be in the job when he's literally insulted the whole fan base and saying, how can people complain about this club when they have won 1 league title only before me or won 2 league titles in 30 years? How are you fucking insulting Liverpool institution like this and you're still at the fucking job? Last 2. Sam, you have seen Slot's reason why we won the league last season. He again mentions PSG, but not in the way he normally does.
I've never seen someone more obsessed with 1 loss in my whole life. Again, he brings up PSG. I swear. He literally brought it up again another time. And let me tell you something. This is the inner Ten Hag in him. The strange answers. You cannot go to the past to prove a point for the current season. 100% Pep Ball worked in the past, but it's not working now. We disagree on that one.
It is working now because PSG just won a treble. What do you want about? Barca won a domestic treble last season. The best teams in world football, even today, are playing attacking football. We are playing attacking football in the Champions League.
Is that the same Barca that got schooled by Chelsea?
Please stop it, bro. If Chelsea and Barca play in the knockout, you know Barca's knocking them out. What are we doing?
No, I don't. Wallah al-Azim, I don't. The way Barca play, anybody can knock them out.
No, that's not true. In fact, actually, but the last 10 to 15 games, they've actually played a lot better defensively as well. They're keeping a lot of clean sheets.
I don't watch a lot of Barcelona. I'm judging based on the games I watched.
Yeah.
Please don't embarrass Italy in the Champions League again. I hope that we get knocked out so we win the league on your head top. I really hope that we get knocked out in the next round because we have no chance of winning the league. Right? So we win the league on your head top. Where is the moral high ground come from the rivals that good football is what is right? We used to play the best, got bullied and was laughed at. You can't win.
You're going to extremes, Mike. We were playing good football, but we didn't have good defenders. We didn't have a good structure. Nobody's saying you have to only attack, and don't have a good defense. You have to have both.
Why
But I'm saying
people
there's more
exaggerate when they
emphasis
just say-
on a
But
All
also,
you need to do was
Exactly,
Just
you're
Mike-
going to
Mike missed the
extreme.
point of this. He's missed the point.
and
Are
also
you
people
going-
people act like Mike. People act like Arsenal are literally have 40% average ball position. They sit deep against every team. They don't. Arsenal are slow build up.
But the
But
thing
they
is,
are not-
none of us made that claim though.
Yeah, no one
Exactly.
said this.
No
Yeah.
one did.
And Mo, do you know what the funniest
Why
part
does
is?
he
If
hear
you're winning-
voices
if
in
you're
his
winning
head? I don't
games-
guess.
If you're winning
Randy
leagues,
Orton.
sorry, you'd obviously get diminished because their rivals will always do that. But you'd be winning leagues because you're
Yeah,
not
but I
winning.
don't. What I don't
Habibi,
understand.
just-
What I don't
just
understand,
6.5
Shez. What I,
seconds ago.
Mm.
Chez never
What-
said it. I never said it. No one said it, bro.
I don't know who was arguing with. I don't. Actually,
but what I don't
Yeah, no
understand,
one- no
Shez,
one
is that.
said-
So why
one-
the pundits are saying? So we can do that. You are a rival. Osam is a rival. Why the people that get paid that should be neutrals that give the
What are
journalists
they
that
saying?
should
Mo?
be
They're saying that.
yeah
They're saying that too.
yes.
We
Wait,
know
they're
why they're
saying what?
saying it because the fans are
They are
saying
saying
it.
the
what?
Arsenal. They are saying the Arsenal play bad football. The Arsenal play bad football, and their
But
football is not.
Mo,
Mo, they're just fueling the beast. So yeah, of
exactly.
course
I
they're gonna
don't.
say it.
I don't get when people
Hmm.
complain
But you
why
know
the
why they
media
say it.
does
Their
what
job,
the
innit?
media does. They're selling papers. They're selling
doing
not
their
papers.
job.
Sorry, but they're doing their job. They're
And
trying to
that's
get
the fact
viewers.
Mo asked me that question means
Because
they've
the
done their
media
job very
have,
well.
because the media have a role to play,
Exactly.
not just sell papers. The role of the media controls narratives because media's role is more important than our role. So they can't spread
100%.
lies.
Yeah.
Wait, no. You're thinking of the media from 10, 15 years ago. The media now, their job is to make money, which is why they're getting fans on TalkSport, which is why they're doing the
Have
fan
fan
content,
take,
that
have fan take.
the fan take,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
doing content for like fans because
So
they know that's
ironic,
where the
'cause
world
Mo,
is heading.
Mo said before, she was like, aren't they meant to be professional? That's the irony. They're not. But they're meant
They
to
are
be.
meant. But that's what I
yeah.
think.
But they
think
are
if
meant
you-
to be
No, they're not meant
professional.
to
I
be
think they
anymore.
are
That's the
meant
point.
to be
They're
professional.
not
I'm
meant to be.
sorry.
They're meant to make
If I
money.
No,
get
they're not meant to be.
if
The
I
money's
get-
in,
if
the
I
money's
get
in
paid-
being a fan. That's where the money
Okay.
is.
If I'm a fan,
Exactly.
yes. But if I'm a professional pundit that gets paid to go on the mainstream media and on TV, I choose to be unbiased and remove my fandom
You can,
to
you
actually
can,
be able
can,
to
yeah.
analyze the foot. Because where's the football analysis? Where is?
More.
Okay, let me tell.
More.
Okay, let me. Can I say
That
something?
doesn't
You know
exist anymore because back
I'm gonna
then,
tell- Hold on.
I could switch on a TV and I watch footballers talk about the game and analyze because that's what the
People
fans
wanted
around the
back
world were
then.
consuming.
Yeah.
Now the
Yeah.
fans are consuming content like yours, like
Demands
Hussam,
has
like the
changed,
Football
Mo.
Terrace.
Demands changed.
They want these things. So
Okay.
the media caught up and understood
Yeah, but that's
shit. We're
that's
losing an
YouTube,
audience.
not media. That's YouTube.
No,
But can I tell you
it's-
But
something?
the media are
Can I-
losing their audience.
Let me
They're the
let me
same
say,
customers.
guys. Let me say
No,
something.
no,
and you
no,
can
no, I
both
know what you're
Stop,
saying,
let-
Mo. I know what you're
No, I
saying.
wanna say something
Demands
else.
change, Mo.
after
Demands
the Man
changed.
United
Yeah.
game, guys. Okay,
Yeah.
how come after the Man United game we sat on this panel, all of us, Ashraf staff, even before Shez joined, and we're analyzing the football that Arsenal play versus the football that Man United play. We're analyzing we're analyzing tactics. We're analyzing the tactics, right? So we didn't go. The mainstream media after the game, everyone, which is Hussam says that all the time, there is a handful of people that can analyze football nowadays that can actually sit down with the time. Everyone went to like, you know what, Arsenal lost. It's pressure, it's mentality. What about the football? No,
No, but Mo,
it's not
you
the
know why-
football.
you know why-
It's pressure. It's the
you know why
easy
it's not-
answer
it's
because
ironic.
people don't want to analyze games. I believe that people don't want to analyze football nowadays. People want to use the easy things.
No,
Mo, do
that's
you know
not
do you know what's
true.
so ironic about your point? You yourself have different kind of shows. And so there's
Exactly.
different
And you
shows.
do
So
it
the point is this: some shows you'll be more objective. Some shows
Yes.
that Sam will do or you will do a bit more rival involved, a bit more banter, a bit more give and take.
And Ahwa.
So you are matching to what supply and demand you want in what day and what
Exactly.
scenario.
So,
For
but,
example,
but I'm
so-
sorry,
so hold on,
Shez,
hold on,
I am a
hold on, no.
YouTuber. You are a
Yeah, no,
YouTuber.
but
We
you
are
don't
not
understand.
professional
You don't understand.
pundits.
YouTube is now the
Stop it.
new TV. So back then it was
Exactly.
only TV. People were consuming. That's all they could.
You guys are
consume.
missing the
They didn't
point.
have
When
much
someone
choice.
is online,
I don't deny what Shez is saying. I am a YouTuber.
we can
I
have
narrative.
fun and we can say this shit as fans. That's not their role, though.
No, it's
But
just
they're
their
all
role. Because
changed
okay,
now.
let me
They've
explain
always
it. Let me explain
changed.
it to you. Let me explain it to you. Before you guys existed, before content creation existed, the media used to get this many viewers. Now, because of content creation, they started losing customers because now people don't want to tune into Sky Sports and TalkSport. They want to tune into Don Hussam. They want to tune in to Judge Moore. They want to tune in to Mark Goldbridge.
Like
So
and
for them
subscribe.
to try and get fans back, because they
Not
care
Shez,
about
man.
making money. They were not doing it back then to try and spread the truth so that Hussam and Mo and Ashraf can get the facts. They were doing it because they were getting money. Now that they're losing money and losing business, they started incorporating the fan and getting it riled up. Bro, they invited Don Robbie a couple of years ago from AFTV when the Super League was happening to talk about the Super League. And Ray Parler, when he started to ask him about the Super League, he says, forget the Super League actually for a second. I want to talk about your channel. Your channel is a disgrace, blah, blah, blah. It was so obvious that his boss told him, hey, talk about this because it'll get viewers to freaking ambush him. That is what sells. And you know how you guys know about it? Because you guys will watch it as well, or you guys will listen to it because other people watch it. So they're actually doing their job. They're making tons and tons of money.
Ashraf, all it is,
exactly.
Time have changed, technology, social
100%.
media. So now YouTube is media. Hassan, Mo, all of us are big voices. People come up to me in the street in London on these channels. Random people. I've gone to events, Royal Albert Hall, if you know about in London. People saw me, 2-3 people saw me with my family and came up to me. That's social media now. That's how it is. The same with YouTube. If Hassan came to Liverpool, how much are you gonna bet people would?
Oh my god, bro!
Isn't it,
bro? They'll be waiting for him at the airport,
no one
bro.
watches the Serie A, so no offense, Mo. Maybe
no one will ask.
Yeah. Nobody will talk more.
But yeah, with everyone else, Ashraf came to London. I'm sure people recognize him in Emirates. They might go, "Oh, I've seen you before." You are the face.
You're the loud one, yeah.
Mo has like hundreds of thousands of people watching his channel. You guys speak to on the channel that has millions of people watching you. Do you know what I'm saying? So the demand's changed.
So you're saying that the mainstream media are doing the clickbait thing and the narratives to drive views as well?
Yes.
Why is TalkSport getting in?
YouTubers did it.
But I gotta ask you something then.
Why did TalkSport get Rory Jennings and the other Rory that used to come on most channel? Why did they give them?
I have the next question that I know that people in the chat won't like it. So why it is the thing to drive the clicks is to shit on Arsenal?
Because that sells.
Because
there's a lot of Arsenal
fans. Okay. I know that sells. Why? Okay, now why does that sell?
Mo, there's an easy answer to this because when social media.
So I wanna because I hear you and I believe you. I believe both of you. I believe both of you. I wanna know. So why now to get clicks and to get views? You gotta go out and shit on Arsenal.
Okay, and I grew up in London where
I'm older, Chaz.
Yeah, but you get my point. We're younger than Mo.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
Hey,
Ashraf is not that younger than me, so we're not gonna do this shit.
He's not.
Hey, I am. How old are you? Wait, how old are you?
What year were you born?
91.
Yeah, you are like 6 years younger than me.
Ash is nowhere near my age. My bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I said that, Chaz. I'm what's older.
Shiz, you're probably boomer, Shiz.
Yeah, you're not too far. No, you're
not boomer.
Anyway.
You mean Gen Z?
Yeah, Gen Z.
No, he's past Gen Z.
Boomer is before your generation, yeah, Habibi. Boomer
so what is after Gen Z? What is after Gen Z?
A Gen Alpha or some shit like that. I forgot what it called.
Okay,
yeah,
Shez doesn't want to reveal his age. Shez doesn't want to reveal his age on.
No, I'm mid-20s. Mid-20s, so 99, 2000.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. But anyway,
go ahead. Why is it fashionable then? Why it's that
cool.
to get?
The point is that when social media, what we're talking about, became popular, YouTube, Twitter, etc., Arsenal were failing. And other clubs like Liverpool still winning Champions Leagues, Chelsea was still doing their thing, United was still doing their thing. The social media is growing. More and more fans are going on the internet. More and more fans are going on YouTube. All this, so social media is growing, Instagram, So as Arsenal, okay, have a fan base that are in London, are a big club, aren't doing well, it's very funny to crap on them. And that gets views. And then that gets money. So people start copying what other people are doing. And there's a catapult effect. So essentially, you get 10 years down the line, social media is so big now, Arsenal still haven't won anything, hence why it's popular to crap on them.
So there is an agenda against Arsenal then?
Well, technically,
it's not an agenda. The funny thing is, Mo says this.
It makes sense. When Mo, it's not for no reason.
Exactly. It's when Mo and other content creators like Terry and all will put certain clickbait titles to get viewers coming in. Why would the media not do that? The media also want their money.
No, but you don't understand the difference between. I do the same for Liverpool, but I don't spread false information. What I mean, if I say Slot sacked, for example, and I put a question mark, or that means I am anticipating that he will be sacked. That's what it is. If I say Maresca under pressure. He might not be under pressure. And I titled a lot of my videos this, but I'm anticipating that he's going to be under pressure. My point about this is different. If I present, here is the difference between when I say a clickbait thing than actually spreading. If I put out the thing that will rage bait Arsenal fans versus the thing that rage bait Liverpool, why do I choose the thing that rage bait Arsenal fan, but I don't do the same for City? It's because it drives views.
Sell.
Exactly that. It's not.
Yeah.
That's not clickbait. That's rage bait. That's the difference.
It's whatever the hell you call it. It's make money. If I'm telling you make money, tell me something that makes money. I'm going to write an article that gets me more viewers. Which is, by the way, let's assume Arsenal start dominating the league for the next 3-4 years. And let's say United come back as well. And actually, no, let's say United start dominating the league and their fans get super loud and they're everywhere in social media. There's going to be more talks about Man United. Because now
I said that before. I said that before. But I don't disagree with you guys. Me and Hussam always said that. I remember the first time I started doing YouTube, I didn't know anything about YouTube before. I never watched AFTV. I never watched. I joined Terry Stream by accident. Okay. I started doing streams. Wallah al-Azim. Every stream I did with Hussam and Tom Little, the first question that used to be asked, Hussam and Tom used to join the stream and rack. Is the quad on? Are you winning the quad? Are you winning the quad? Are you winning the quad? Every stream it was Liverpool. Liverpool, are you winning the quad? Are you winning the quad? Are you going to win the league and the Champions League? Are you the best team in the world?
It's topical,
I have a point that it's the same, but I want to prove that now it is fashionable to rage bait Arsenal fan, like it used to be fashionable to rage bait Liverpool fan.
Because
I remember it used to be very fashionable. When I first joined YouTube, by the way, people that say Arsenal were the talking point, I remember we only spoke about Arsenal when Arsenal bottled top 4 against Antonio Conte. Every single stream we did was Liverpool. One league.
You're using the wrong word, though. It's not fashionable. It's revenue generating. It's revenue generating, not fashionable. It's revenue generating.
I'll be unbiased. You know, I'm speaking facts. If Chelsea go through this, if United do well, Liverpool, they get back, Arsenal get back, and Chelsea don't win anything next 4 or 5 years, we'll become that new club. It will just develop that way. Just how it goes.
Are we crying about Arsenal fans being offended again?
Yeah, because Mo's asked some weird questions.
No. The conversation led to why professional pundits. Okay, anyway, I'm not going to repeat what I said, stuff. Basically, we spoke about the football. Everyone went to pressure mentality Arsenal. No one wanted to analyze the Man United game tactically and why Arsenal was slow. Man United, when they went to the rage bait, it's mentality. They don't have the mentality. They crumbled under pressure.
Basically, Mo is saying, why is the professional media trying to talk shit about Arsenal instead of analyzing the football? Yeah. And we're trying to.
I think it was a mix of both, though.
Staffy, everyone that was asked, Staffy answered the same thing: mentality and pressure. Everyone answered the same question.
I did feel like the team crumbled towards the end. I feel like they were rushing things. They were making too many mistakes, amateurish mistakes. Arteta, even when Arteta made those 4 subs, I was like, yeah, this is a manager that just like he looks like he's so rattled. Because you don't make 4 subs at once like that, you know. I felt like he just noticed he was losing the game was going away from him, and he just, I don't think you make 4 subs if there's not a mental aspect involved in it. Is what I'm trying to say, you know. But I get what you see when you say about Sky Sports and the pundits and all that. It's always easy
I'm gonna tell you something. It is easy to rage bait, and I think. Because Arsenal fans bite. They bite.
Because it sells. That's literally what Chaz and I have been saying. Because it sells.
Yeah, let me do the super so we can get out of it.
The top people will speak about you, simple as. The thing that people don't understand is, and all the people who get sensitive about this, I'll use Man United last season as an example. Man United lost, haha. Man United lost, haha. Man United lost, haha. Man United lost last season, yeah? Okay, by the 5th or 6th time, now what? Like Liverpool right now. Okay, Hussam, what do you think of Liverpool? Yeah, I think Arne Slot should be sacked. We shouldn't be in a top 4 race. This season's a failure. Okay, next week ask me. Same sentence.
I'm gonna conversation. I'm gonna reveal a conversation that happened between me and Staffy before about this. He said there is nothing more to talk about. We have lost the 10th game this season. What are we analyzing?
Yeah.
So what are we analyzing?
When you lose too much, there's nothing to talk about.
He's like, it's not news anymore that we lost the game. It's not news. There is nothing to talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
Same exact conversation. By the way, this is why I wanted the top. I want Chelsea.
When
to
we
be
were
good.
on the top in the quadruple charge season, we were spoken about every single stream. This is normal. Arsenal fans need to accept this. When you're at the top, people speak about it.
Chelsea.
Done.
Chelsea, when they were 2 points behind Arsenal, every stream, by the way, we used to speak Chelsea. Now Chelsea
No,
dropped.
you're forgetting when Terry was
When they
popping
beat us
the
at the Stamford Bridge. It's
post
yeah.
lockdown on the Champions League. Ask Terry. Chelsea fans all over the terrace. Everywhere.
Yes.
When
And-
I
and we-
first found the terrace 4 years ago, whatever it was Chelsea infested.
Bro, it was all Chelsea.
You know how now we say it's all Arsenal? Like, I'm not even joking, guys. I have no reason to lie about this. If
I
you
think the
watched the
Chelsea
terrace
team was
4 years
worse
ago,
than-
it was
Yeah.
Chelsea FC there. All the
because
panelists
they
were
had just
Chelsea,
won the
all the chat
Champions
was
League. That's
Chelsea.
why. Hmm.
Let me
They
do
had
this.
just won the
Super Get out of
Champions
here. We've been here for a bit.
No, it was before that. It was before that. It was before they
Whichever
won.
woman marries. Ashraf is already married with kids.
شو رايك تقرا
Yeah, yeah.
السوبر شات قبل ما تقراها بصوتك؟ يعني شوفها بعينك بعدين حطها على الشاشه.
It's all good.
I know
It's all
exactly
good.
what you
Why-
just
That's
said.
not-
I don't
that's
get
not-
it.
that's
Why
not-
is
I
that's
know
not-
what you just
That's
said,
not
Sam.
that bad.
I-
That's
I-
not.
I
That's not that
understand
bad.
what you're
That's
Why
not
is
that
that
bad.
No
person
need to go
putting
on that
himself?
chat.
Why is that person putting themselves in the shoes of a woman that would be with Ashraf? Are you fantasizing something?
He wants to be, bro.
He wants to be with you, Ashraf.
He
He
wants,
wants to be with
he
you.
wants to join his.
Why do you want to
mother,
be
man.
with Ashraf?
Where are we
He or
going
she,
with
by
this?
the way. All
Can
that-
we
all
just
that-
drop this and go back to the? How about AC
How about
Milan get
AC?
into Champions League and represent Italy properly? Liverpool has one centre back tomorrow. Still, we don't strengthen our squad. What the fuck is going on?
What's
No,
going on
that's
is they
crazy.
don't
That's
believe in
crazy.
Arne Slot. Very simple.
I feel like we're gonna not talk about Liverpool anymore until like Slot gets sacked. It just reached a point. I feel like you're in your Amorim era, but not as bad. You know, whereas like, what's the point? Like, just sack him and then we'll have conversation.
Bad for our standards. With the money.
Yeah,
they
it's
spend.
not Amorim bad, but it's like it's just like it's stale. Like with Amorim, like why is he still here? Like sack him already.
Fact.
I'm not talking about previous seasons or UEFA Champions League. I'm talking about the EPL this season. If you disagree, give me the argument for this season in the Premier League. That's about Arsenal are
But
top
Kika,
playing.
I
that well.
answered this earlier when I said the reality is just like last season, where Liverpool deserved the league, but they didn't have any challenges. That is a fact so far this season as well. At least up until now, at least up until game week 23. If we had a proper challenger, we wouldn't be first right now. So there is an element of luck there. But of course, even when the league is when there's no other challenger, we still have to do our job, and we have been doing that. Both can exist. But and this is why I said earlier, this is not sustainable to continue winning the league in the future again. But anyways, nobody gives a shit about next season as long as we win it this season right now. Don't worry about
Media
the
used to
season.
be way more impartial, and Shaz and Ashraf literally explained it. LTC, they literally explained why the media now is changing. They literally explained it. Shaz and Cole Palmer are familiar. They show up with everyone they feel like.
This is true.
On this channel, yes, you're correct. But I'm football test every week. See, I love.
Yeah,
We ain't
now
on
we
football
Ash
since every
is uncle status. He looks young.
No, you.
Hey, I'll take that as a
Yeah.
compliment. Big up, Adam.
Big up Mo. How is your grandkids? I don't have grandkids. Big up my man. He's saying talking about my mom was personal as well.
You started it by saying Gabriel Jesus, my girlfriend, or I'm his girlfriend, or whatever it is. So don't next time provoke someone if you can handle the heat. You say shit, you're gonna get shit. So if you can handle it, don't say anything.
If
You got
can't take
hurt
the
because I
heat,
insulted your mom.
get
Yeah,
out of the
exactly.
kitchen.
Then shut up next
Don't
time.
give it if you can't take it. If Inter fans were
Yeah.
jobless online as Arsenal fans, Mo would talk about Inter online instead of catering to Arsenal Premier League audience.
Actually, no, this is not true. Mo started talking about the
gonna-
Premier League even before Arsenal were even good.
But
Wallah,
I'm just gonna tell you-
that's an
I'm
amazing
gonna-
super chat.
that's
He
a
said
very good
Arsenal
super
fans are
chat.
jobless.
Yeah, we
But I'm
got
gonna
to
tell you.
go.
I'm gonna tell you a
Not
couple
true,
of things why. I
great
explained
super
many
chat.
times. I explained many times why I don't talk about Serie A because I don't watch Serie A. Serie A is shit. I only watch Inter every game because Serie A is shit. And I explained why it's shit. I explained why the cover is shit because at the end I support my team. I don't need to fucking watch Torino play Como when the camera is shit, the angles are shit, the colors are shit, everything is shit.
If we don't
I'm-
beat Napoli tomorrow, shall I be disappointed?
If you
You're
don't
gonna
beat
fucking-
Conte tomorrow,
you know,
yeah.
you know you're gonna school them.
I
bro.
don't watch Napoli. That's what I'm asking you. Are they
I'm gonna
bad?
tell you, you should school Napoli. Conte is given, you know, Conte only wins the league when he doesn't have 2 games a week. So he's trying to get knocked out.
That's
Why
your
did
gaffer.
they
You tried to
really-
bring that shit to me.
Because you don't play Champions League, so he'll be very good for you in the league.
No, I just don't want that shit in general.
I
bro.
think he doesn't work anymore. He's a shit manager now.
Okay, so the
He's-
answer is yes. I should.
He's
be
a
allowed.
very good manager. I'm not sure who's going to win tomorrow, Chelsea or Napoli. But Napoli must win to actually qualify. If you win, you're going to make top 8. If you don't win, you might miss on top 8, which is.
No, we won't. We won't make top 8 if we don't win.
Yeah, they don't. If they
I
lose, they
don't.
don't
By
make
the way, I don't think the top 8 is that deep. To be honest with you, if you have good enough squad to manage the 2 games you're going to play.
It's
it. Yeah,
still
but
a bit-
depends who they
still a bit
get, right?
Inconvenient though, innit?
To be
Yeah,
honest
and
with you,
depends who they get.
for Inter, I will cheer for Inter. I want Inter to get knocked out. I think we don't have the squad. I don't think we're going to win. I want to win the league, to be honest.
I mean,
Genuinely.
you won't make it past the quarterfinals, so it's fine.
Which
Well, you're-
is
you're
what I said
cheating.
last season until I fucking made it to the final. That's what happens.
Yeah, I know. But what happens?
I don't give a fuck. Why is the chat trying to block me?
If they blocked you wouldn't have been able to comment.
And he didn't block you. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Big up
to
everyone
A-list
that is
within
here.
2 hours and fight with Vader
Yes.
as well.
Guys, you can fight for yes. This
Come
is gonna
down,
take you.
come
Big up to the
Fight
super chats, no?
Big up. This is gonna take you to A-listers. Lewis, who do you have for Arsenal?
Dio.
Oh, this is gonna be fire. Lewis, Vator,
Good luck,
Dio.
Sam. Good luck. Good luck.
This is gonna be fire on A-listers.
Flawless
people.
for Man United.
And flawless as well. This is gonna be
And
fire.
Jay
So go and
for
support.
Spurs.
Hey,
Staffy
good luck
TV
getting
in the
awarded. Good luck getting
description.
awarded.
American Waffle tonight.
No, it was last night.
Embarrass,
See,
embarrass.
tell me you're not
What?
subbed without telling me
Yeah,
you're not
Habibi,
subbed.
hold on. Is it today?
Wow.
Even
Wallahi.
I knew that. Mo, even I
Innam.
knew that.
I'm not sub to your channel, Staffy. I'm not even have the notification on. No, wallah, I thought today's Monday. Staffy TV, of course. Ashraf Talks Ball and Shez Chelsea CFC, of course. Now Chelsea are winning 3 games. He's here with us, of course.
Yeah, let's stop this agenda as soon as possible. I'll be here next week when we lose a game, just for that. Yeah.
You're gonna
Right.
lose next
No,
week.
you're literally not gonna be here when
You're
lose.
not gonna.
Hassan
Who are you
loses the
playing?
league.
Who are you playing?
You've done this 100 times.
I think we're playing West Ham at home, a really difficult game. So
Next week they play Arsenal in the
What the
semi-finals.
fuck? Did he
Damn
just say West Ham at home? A very difficult game.
listen, they're the best informed team in the league at the moment.
No, I want to ask you one
Liverpool
question
United.
before we end. I want to ask
United.
you one question because I'm going to ask all the Chelsea fans from now on. Now,
Go
Arsenal
on.
lost to United at home. Can Chelsea turn it around?
Of course we can.
Do you think
No,
there's
no.
a big
What?
possibility?
Yeah, that's the better question. Will you turn it
Ashraf,
around?
should have ended it there. Very good answer
Ah.
for you, right? Well,
Yeah,
Mo,
will
was
you
this your
turn it
question?
around?
I do have
Do
to
you
go.
think
What
there
was
is a big possibility? Because before Arsenal lost to
If I cut
United,
out, it's because I have to go. But go on, what's the question?
oh, for fuck's sake. It's simple.
Will you
Yes
turn
or
it
no?
around?
Will you turn it around?
Will we or can we?
Will
No,
you?
will we? Will you?
I can't predict what we're gonna do or not. But if we
All
play
right.
top,
Do you?
Big
What do
up
you
the-
predict? Like, if
Yeah.
I ask you to make a prediction, what is your prediction?
Can
but have
never
you
give an
asked me
answer.
if you will ask me? You actually ask me or not?
Just a prediction. Give a
Bro, don't do that crap. It doesn't work
No,
because this
come on.
answer.
Genuinely, I don't know. Are you saying you're gonna ask
prediction
me?
for the score. Your prediction for the score, not your
How am I
hope.
gonna know
Quickly.
the score prediction if I don't know the lineup?
Oh.
Is the manager even gonna be here next week?
No,
A lot of things can change.
Guys,
like-
I'm gonna expose
Hell.
Chess.
Okay,
Staffy,
man.
That's basically
hold on,
just
hold on.
saying-
Stop. I'm gonna take 10 seconds of the stream before I end it right now. Sam prediction, Arsenal
Someone's
Chelsea.
got a job to
Quickly.
do. Why are they in the
Arsenal
stream?
win.
This is rude.
Ashraf prediction.
Arsenal win.
Safi prediction, Arsenal Chelsea.
Arsenal win.
See, the only one that didn't answer, I
Mo,
think
isn't
Arsenal
the
will win.
game ju-
The only one that
Why are we
didn't answer
streaming
is
before the
Shez.
game, though?
You got a chance. I'm gonna end this
Ashraf,
in
why are we
5
streaming
seconds.
before the game?
I'm gonna
I
end
mean,
this.
Just answer the fucking question.
I'm gonna answer this in 5 seconds.
Guys,
Hey,
are
Hassan,
you
I'll
guys,
be
you
next
guys,
week.
you guys
I'll
are
come to you
all
next week.
smart people. You know he's doing a delayed tactic because he doesn't want to answer. Basically, guys, I'll do a quick translation before we end this.
I'm gonna.
This is Chez's answer. We're definitely not beating Arsenal at the Emirates, but I don't want to say it because in case somehow a miracle happens, I want to come and say, "Hey, you guys pressed me, and I never said we were going to lose. You see, you ruled out my team." He wants to sit on the fence so he can try and come back later and say, "Well, you flip flopped
Hey,
and you
how
did
dare
this."
you accuse me of doing that? How dare you? You don't.
You're
know
sitting
this.
on the
We've done
fence. You
this
don't want to
before.
answer.
We've
You're
done this
sitting on the
before.
fence.
I've
You don't
worked
know
with
this,
Chaz
you don't know
long enough. Chaz never gives you a prediction ever.
Oh, how
Big
dare
up,
you?
people.
Say that?
We're
How
out
dare
of
you?
here, people. See you guys.
Utterly embarrassing.